As a child, you would wait and watch from far away, but you always knew that you'd be the one to work while they all played. And you'd lay awake at night and scheme of all the things that you would change, but it was just a dream. Will come when you have to rise above the rest and prove yourself. Your spirit never dies. Farewell, I've gone to take my throne above, but don't weep for me, 'cause this will be the labor of my love. Here we are, turn away now.
That night I had a dream. I drifted off thinking about happiness, birth, and new life. But now I was haunted by a vision of... He was horrible. The lone biker of the apocalypse. A man with all the powers of hell at his command. He could turn the day into night and laid to waste everything in his path. It was especially hard on the little things, the helpless and the gentle creatures. He left the scorched earth in his wake, befouling even the sweet desert breeze that lived across his brow. I didn't know where he came from and why. I don't know if he was dream or vision, but I feared that I myself had unleashed him. For he was the fury that would be, as soon as Florence, Arizona found her little Nathan gone.
Sits at his cabin door, wiping his tear-dimmed eyes. For his only son soon shall walk to yonder scaffold rise. Well, he's all right. He's just having a nightmare.
What's up, everybody? It's Monday. I don't know how I sound in here. It's probably new digs. I don't know how I sound in this room, so if I sound weird or whatnot, let me know. Coming live to you from the pits of hell in Arizona, me. I think it was, let me check real quick, guys. I'm pretty sure as of the time I went live, it was 110, but I could, oh, no. 112 right now, currently 112. We had a high of 114 today. Isn't that special? So it's Monday. I wasn't sure if Calazar's was going on or not. I don't know, but if they're not, fuck it, I will. Not much to talk about in the Fenn world. There's been no updates. We've been parsing through those Jack emails over and over and over on the Discord. We've been going and bickering back and forth over and over again on 9 Mile Hole. We've been going over and over and over again on the possibilities of what Jack could have done, the auction site, moving the chest, you name it. And where are we at? Where are we at currently? I mean, I'm not sure. I'm just not. I even did a little mini rant, and we'll get into some actual shit tonight, but I did a little mini rant in the Discord where I was just getting frustrated. I was just like, what's the fucking point here, guys? I don't. It's July 11th. The chest has still not been sold. What's going on with that, first of all? But I'm trying to get music on, guys, while I'm talking to you. I just can't do it all at the same time anymore. Here we go. A little background. Let me say hi to chat first, because I always forget to do that, so I'll just do that now. Who we got? Kiwi Road. Candy's here. What's up? Sophie. Oh, Lily. Hello. Full Press. Haven't seen you in a while. Chris. What's up? Nice having you, Chris. Trusted. I watched you last night on Candy's stream, actually. You had a great discussion going. I think Carrie Galloway and I were like clicked on it, and then we were like, holy shit, this is a good discussion. So he and I kept watching it. We were actually more commenting in the Discord than we were on YouTube, but it was not a bad conversation. I can't remember the other two fellows' names. I think Big Rob was one of them, and then God, I don't know the other one, but he was really good. I really liked listening to him. God bless him. What was his name? I'm sure somebody will type it in. Susie's in the house. What's up, Susie? I know you're okay with this music. Raising Arizona, top 5 movie, comedy. Absolutely. And if you don't like that movie, you're out of your mind. Good comic book, terrible movie. First of all, what? Raising Arizona was a comic book? Now I gotta look that up. How do I sound, guys? Does it sound like echoey at all in here? It's brand new, so. I don't see a Raising Arizona comic book, dude. Comic book and movie. Huh? Was this a comic? I'm going to leave that up so I don't forget. Ben, do you know who owns Hell's Half Acre? Nomadic Madman asks. I don't. Someone owns it aside from what? I can't believe I've never asked myself that question. Frankly, I don't know if anybody owns it. Gigi's here. What's up, Gigi? Gigi's trying to solve my impossible poem. The name of it is The Impossible Poem, yet, there's over 1,000 unique hits to my blog, and people think they can solve it, I guess. I don't know. The Impossible Poem, scrapbooks.com. Let me copy and paste that, put that in the chat. You can get the poem in there and my little musings on, all sorts of things. Wait, was it really? Yeah, wait, hold on. Redneck, I think, is asking the same question as me. Is that a comic book? William Sparks, good to see you here. JK's here. It is echoey, huh? I'll fix that, man. It's going to take some time. The room's empty. But once we get some shit up on the walls, I'm going to, this table's going to get moved around. I'm going to show you guys my Funko Pop collection that I have that I don't add to. I just have a core group of Funko Pops, and that's it. In fact, are they in here? Oh, man. Probably not. Ashley, if you're listening, tell me where my Funko Pops are. Oh, you can always visit us here, Candy. This is also going to be a guest room, maybe. I don't know. I think I just want to keep this as an office, personally, but we'll see. Winter in Arizona, summer by a cool mountain stream. You're damn right. Which reminds me, I'm going to be putting out the loot into the wilderness in the state of Colorado this weekend. The mission and the loot. You haven't explored the Grail theory. How do you know I haven't explored the Grail theory, Candy? You have no idea. Also, guys, we're going to have a little leak from Cavalry tonight for the next episode. We had crazy back and forth reviews of Cavalry's latest with Dave. I'm sure most of you saw my stream reviewing that with Jeremy and Alan and Ashley, kind of in a little bit there, wasn't she? And, you know, like, no offense, Dave, man. It's just, I don't care about Dave Woodard's solve. I don't care about Dave Woodard's thoughts on the chase personally. He probably doesn't care about mine, and that's okay. But I didn't quite understand why Cavalry cared. You know, whatever. When it came to Barb, it makes sense because she shows a lot of confirmation bias, but also was part of that lawsuit that allegedly has forced Jack to out himself. And so that's a place in the story. It makes sense to me. Dave, not so much, but, you know, whatever. It's is what it is, as they say. Trust it. Keep your eggs under cover as they cook at lower temperatures. You know, it's funny. The kids asked, can we go cook an egg on the sidewalk? I was like, yeah, go for it. We don't have eggs yet. We got to go shopping, but we've been ordering. That's all we've been doing. Explore it tonight. The Grail. Maybe I'll explore a little bit of Candy's crazy ass Grail thoughts and keep my own thoughts to myself, because again, you don't know if I've done that research, and I don't want to give up my research. There's still stuff going on, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not sure if you're aware. Is that old Blue Eyes behind you? Goddamn right, that's old Blue Eyes. Hell yeah, the man himself. Fly me to the moon. Should we listen to some Frank? I don't see any problem with that. Let's do it. I like his live stuff though. We can turn off Westworld for a second.
The end is near.
Can we do like My Way Live?
So I face the final curtain.
How about live at Madison
You will
Square
now do the national anthem, but you needn't rise.
Yeah, I like the live version better. It's a little nicer.
And now the end is near. And so I face the final curtain. My friend, I'll make
It seems only people care about the box of gold, not the truth. Not on this fucking channel. I made it very clear if I had found that chest, it was getting given away. I was gonna take the bulk of the chest to the Lakota, and then keep one item for myself, and then read the olive jar live on a stream for free for all to see. Not $1 made on that. But it didn't go my way, did it?
I've had a few, but then again,
Who was in the right
too
state?
few to mention.
Looks like I'll be going back to Colorado this weekend. Gigi is going after these flies. 31 handcrafted Fenn fishing flies.
Without exemption,
Created by 3 generations of Fenn fishermen, including Forrest Fenn himself. Kept safe in a Fenn Gallery's religious medals case. A couple secret items put in by me. I've had people go, okay, now what do I do? What do I do? Go click the impossible poem. These are all the blogs above it. I'm not going to organize it more for you. It says it right here, the poem.
yes, there were times I guess you knew
There'll be only 31 of these, by the way, not 41. 10 of them will be gone. That bumblebee, that'll be there though. So will the Gladdle, so will the Chapstick. I mean, this is Forrest Fenn Americana shit here, guys. Should I read the poem again? I'll read the fucking poem again. It's my show, I can do it. Start your search for a structure of salmon swine, impure in bulk beside deluge of elevated ale. Look up at the peaks, you found your sign. It'll come in handy when choosing your trail. After one beer, only 2 options from here. Your quest for the green begins with a choice that is keen. Take the right one and you'll almost be done. Make sure when you veer, the sun sets not in your rear. In between the 5s, infinity is seen. Below iron you go. On your right comes a distraction. Just stay along the alloy with a smile and satisfaction. Now time to put in between the peaks, if you know what I mean. 2 choices before you, and the longer is fate. You'll be able to claim it as long as you're not late. And if you've chosen wisely, you have arrived. But a final choice must be made from this poem derived. Mama Q in the house. Gigi's way.
Wow, that is really hard. You really think you can go all day long? Well, you always left me satisfied and smiling, so. That's what she said! Come on,
Please.
I mean... We're having fun tonight. Get a beer. It's just us. Sinatra. Nobody gets it. Does nobody get it, Frank? Frankie. He's talking to you. If you're listening. I mean, it's a long-standing ovation. You don't need to hear that, right? All right, I'm going back to Westworld. That's the mode I'm in. Maybe we'll just, stick a dagger in some of Candy's theories tonight, and then blow her brain with some more. So what else we got going on? Not a whole lot else. I don't know what you guys think. Is this chest going to sell? I guess it depends on if you think the chest was even found. If you're one of those that's still going out there looking for a chest, of course you don't think this is going to sell, right? Why would it? It doesn't exist. Not at least in Jack's possession. It's out there still, right? It's time to do a poll like that. And we'll keep the poll guy, if you've noticed, most of the time when I do these polls, I never actually go back and look at what the fucking results were. I don't know why. All right, let's see here. Let me go to YouTube. And then I can go to add a poll. Is there a Forrest Fenn chest still out there? That can be the original chest. That can be another chest. Take your pick. Yes. Yes, a second chest. No. No, Jack. We'll just leave it at no. Okay. I don't want to add this option. All right, there we go. So 3 options. Sinatra's deep with the secrets. You can't stick daggers in research backed by historical documents, Ben. You moron. You fucktard. Do a poll on my Grail theory. All right, Candy, give me a good link I can go to. Well, not yet. I'm not ready for it yet. But I'll get into it tonight with you. We can roll around in the dirt. Why not? Where's Jackie Boy? Where's Jackie Boy? It's been like a full year since I've gotten an email from the guy. Almost, give or take a few weeks or days. I think K-Pro's talked to Jack more recently than I have. Which, by the way, are they live? I didn't feel like going live when they were going live. I didn't open with like, Degeneration X and WCW Monday Night Wars. I didn't open with that. I'm not doing that today. So let me know if they do. Well, at that point, I'm just going to stay on, but fuck it. I don't think they are. It's slowing down. They look like they're slowing down, don't they? Slow down in the sense of like, okay, pack that shit up. We're out of here, motherfuckers. Storage auction time. And that's more the power to them. I'm doing Treasure in Arizona time, right? But I don't know. I'm not ready to quit. I don't know about you guys. I was thinking about it. I was wavering. I was close, in fact, to just saying, fuck this shit. But now a second wind came about, I don't know, 1 a.m. last night. I honestly, I was ready to come on today and say this is my last stream, but at least in regards to Fenn, which means, the most I'll ever stream again after Fenn, unless there's something to talk about, right, is, I don't know, once a month. It depends what we do with these treasure hunts here in Arizona. If we find shit, there's stuff to talk about, so. No, not moving. Moved, sir. New digs. This is now my office. Welcome to it. And from the pits of hell in Arizona, 114 degrees outside. Opening a Bud Light. I like it. Cheers to you, Jack Jack. Let's get the soundboard for cheers and Jack Jack. Let me see. Oh, let me say something I have done recently is I've gone back to watch some of the old YouTubes from the relevant time period, excuse the burp, from the relevant time period of 2019, 2020. And I started with, actually, and I'll put a link in the chat, Candy's stream, where she had Dale, Cynthia, and then I guess at one point K-Pro. I put it on last night when I was going to bed, and I fell asleep pretty quickly. Not because it's a boring stream. It's quite interesting stream. But more just, everything is shaking on this table. I have to like do shit differently. It was very intriguing. It's interesting to cross-reference stories that we're hearing now and then go back and hear the same story, but little bits of different details that are quite interesting, actually. Just say my name again and again, Ben. I like that. Jack, 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 Jack. Jackie, Jack, Jack, Jack. Jackie, Jack, Jack. Jack, you actually don't have a lot of soundboard options, though. I clicked Jack into the search and it just didn't give me shit. It's all Jackass stuff, and I don't want to hear Jackass soundboards. Yeah, that's for Jackass soundboards. Jack, I saw you in chats from the past. I find some of you people very interesting in your comments before the chest was found, by the way. Very interesting. Did you know there was a user in one of those chats by the name DB Cooper? You all chatted with a guy named DB Cooper in chat. And do you know what DB Cooper told you all in chat numerous times on, I believe, K-Pro's channel? It was they searched near West Yellowstone inside the park. That they think it was, I think, I'm going to fuck it up. Because I was going to say, they also say 9 Mile Hole or something like that. You know what? It's been like 4 days and it's all mush now. Shit. But there, you know what? Shiny got rid of that fucking thread too. Let's just put it this way. The DB Cooper character was saying some interesting stuff that like kind of predicted the solve, really. It was very strange. Okay, so Candy says, yeah, I was following that DB Cooper account. Okay, so like that character is fucking interesting. Go back. Shiny was it, and I hope Shiny's probably not in the stream right now. But yeah, there was also David Cooper, right? Yeah, but this one account, DB Cooper. If I could get the screenshots, if I knew what to search. The problem is if I type DB Cooper into Discord, there's gonna be so many hits before I get to what I want. Shit, because I talk about it all the time. But hold up, I can get there. Let's do this. Remove that, and let's share this instead. A little Discord action for us. Okay, I have DB Cooper in the search, but I guarantee you I can see. Could be where Jack got his condor name from. Oh, that's I'm talking about Without a Paddle then. When did I find this? There's Carrie just jumping in with the Ric Flair gif. He's definitely watching. I can guarantee you. He knows that's going to show up. Woo! Oh, come on. Where did I find? Was this a while back? Maybe this is why I don't remember. Maybe this was like over a week ago. God, we talk about DB Cooper a lot. Jesus Christ. DB Cooper team, rise the fuck up. That was when K-Pro said, by the way, not sure if y'all heard it, but K-Pro came out and said, Shiloh said, there is absolutely a real connection between DB Cooper and Forrest Fenn. Not in those words, but in that sentiment. Very strange. Jack knows it's DB Cooper. That actually might be around when I saw this. No. All right. Fess up, Ben. You're DB Cooper. Okay, because they we found it. All right. So one of the comments from DB Cooper. If you can read this, I hope you can. Master P.O. says, I don't know, I just immediately thought P.O. Box. But anyway, DB Cooper says, if you have skid marks on your jeans, you have passed the home of Brown. Passed misspelled, of course, but there's misspellings on purpose by this account. What I found interesting was, that's my solve. On the Madison, Mount Haynes, shit-stained underwear. And there's DB Cooper 2 years ago, or 2018, saying if you have skid marks on your jeans, blah, 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 blah. If you find more, okay, now, so I can find more from this. Hold on. Because I start posting a lot. Yeah, here we go. Look at this little tizzy. A little ditty, if you will. Oh, never mind. I was wrong on that one. LR, whoever LR is, said the location of the chest is 825 miles north of Santa Fe. That puts you in the heart of Yellowstone National Park. All you had to do is take away the period from 8.25, and it takes you right to Yellowstone. I find that interesting. But that's not what I wanted to show you. What did I tell you, people, is the solve for ha ha ha? 9 Mile Bay, where Clark Gable caught his world record brown trout. And I always said Forrest Fenn brought up Clark Gable for a reason, didn't I? Treasure is in Yellowstone National Park, according to Clark Gable. It took me away from, okay, here we go. He calls himself the lead searcher, or the lead searcher. He calls himself the lead searcher. He asks for Jens's contact info. Huh? Jens, did this person reach out to you? What do you know, man? What are you not telling us? DB Cooper asks for Jens's contact info. Rudy Green talked to this guy. I've done the math. I did the driving. It's 825 miles driving distance. Maybe that's the difference. Driving distance. 825 miles driving distance. That's a distinctive difference. So you guys are absolutely right. Both of you, Who Cares and Kid. Shoshone Lake Overlook is 825 miles. Well, maybe that's what they're talking about too. What I'm saying. Carl's Jr., why are we saying Wendy's Dave Thomas? That's what Jack said, Gallatin. You realize that, right? Jack commented on a DB Cooper thread in Reddit and said, oh yeah, and then Forrest is also Wendy's founder, Dave Thomas. But Jack got snarky. What do they know? What do I know? I'm a little cocky about this, aren't I? All right, let me see what else can find here. Ooh, I wanted to go over this too. The Eric Sloan painting. Y'all see that? You see that? You see it? This is an Eric Sloan painting. We'll talk about that in a second. Except at the bottom of that painting, see that at the bottom, kids? An asterisk. It's also the symbol for snow, but all right, where's my more DB Cooper posts? Where did they go? I have lost them. They are gone. I don't know what accent this is. This is not really an accent of any kind. 689, 687. Anywho. I found that fun. I can't find it all right now. It's fine. Zoom in. Oh, shit. Sorry. Well, you can look it up later. It's all good. It's there in HD if you need it. What even got us to this topic? Ben is channeling his internet. Was I doing that? No, I don't think that's the accent I was doing. What's the accent I was doing? I don't know what I was doing. I think it's more Swedish. More Swedish. Little Denmark. Something like that. Up in the Norway. Yeah, actually, I'm going more that way now the more I do it. Oh, there's stuff going on in Discord, kids. Look at this. Look at this. Carrie pops in with the, oh, God bless it. I need a bigger screen. Carrie pops in with the, woo. Vertigo comes in with Brett the Hitman Hart. And a wink? What does Vertigo know? What doesn't Vertigo know? It's always fun when you pick up an empty beer. Is that my first? No, that's my second. I was about to say, I'm slacking. We shouldn't leave that up. That looks bad. Ooh, that Cavalry trailer. I'm not going to make you guys wait all day for this shit. Let's just do, or a Cavalry sneak peek leak. A sneak peek leak. I always love a sneak peek leak. I love Westworld music, guys. It's so good. All right, so I need to like go to that, and then I need to share that with my Gmail. They don't make it easy for me, guys. This is what it looks like when you're not getting paid by Cavalry. Everybody keeps thinking, guys, I don't know why they're giving me shit and leaking shit to me. I have no fucking idea. I have no clue. I have done nothing for them except for give them an interview. And then, you know, hey, we're gonna give you shit. I understand the game of marketing. I understand what they're using me for in order to get word. But they also understand that when they talk to me, I said, guys, I have news for you. I don't care about viewers. I don't care about the clicks and the likes. I never talk about like or subscribe. I'm not going to tell anybody to fucking like or subscribe to you guys. Maybe I had once. I don't know. Roll tape on that. I don't think I have. And, you know, I'll gladly fucking leak shit. That's no problem. That's fun. But, like, and they got that. They were cool with that shit. They fucking loved it. They loved the attitude. So fuck it. Some of you, I don't know. They don't make it easy for me either, says Redneck. Are you having trouble with some of the episodes, Redneck? Listen, guys, again, I've said it a few times. It's not necessarily for us. Don't you want people to know the types of people we had to deal with? Don't you want people to know the types of drama that we had to deal with? Not mocking it, but showing it. Don't you want people to understand that there were court cases involved and then there's this Jack Stu? I mean, they're telling the story. I think they're telling the story marvelously. What I didn't agree with was them posting a video saying, podcast host finds the Forrest Fenn treasure, ? A, the treasure's gone, allegedly. Found the spot would be a better pick. And yeah, you threw a question mark in, but it's tantalizing. It's clickbait. It's obvious. And to our crew, we've dealt with it so fucking much. We're so sick of it. We're so sick of it. But they don't care about our opinion, guys. I hate to break that to you. Not in that they don't respect us. It's just this is a business, I would presume. Unless they're doing it just for us. Let me say this. If they're doing it just for us, then there's something else going on. There's something weird, nefarious, conspiratorial about it. Otherwise, they're doing it for fucking business. So, you know, it's yin and yang, right? I can't wait to go treasure hunting, guys. Start in like a week. Well, I don't want to click that. Not live anyway. Hold on. Boom, boom. Let me minimize that. Okay, let's do this. So what do you guys think is what's going on? Where are we at? Candy's already at the back of the Holy Grail. Like, what are we doing? Why not build the pyramids too? Because you're talking about two different time frames, Candy. Those pyramids were built a long time ago. Not at the time of the Temple of Solomon. That Sphinx was built in the time of Leo. Look that up. Were the pyramids constructed based on one plan, or did the original plan change to meet the goal? There's research behind the plans changing throughout the construction of the pyramids, correct. What we've learned, at least about, not when, but what happened was, you know, it differs and varies on some translations here, but essentially, it did seem to change plans a couple times, which is interesting. Come down to Deming in New Mexico? Listen, Kiwi, let me tell you a little story, okay? So I meet Forrest in 2009 in Silver City at that bar. A day later, I had to go to a Wells Fargo because I spent too much money at that bar. I bought rounds and rounds and rounds of drinks for my professors and fellow diggers, if you will, digging in the dirt. And I needed cash quickly. And I called my dad in one of those moments where, like, all right, Dad, I fucked up. I'm on this dig, you know, I'm on this dig, blah, 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 blah. It was networking, Dad. I was networking. It was important that I buy them drinks. It was all for the greater good, but also I could use $500 sent to me, like, right now. And so I had to drive down to Deming, New Mexico, because the Wells Fargo in Silver City was closed on a Saturday. Fuck that shit. and it was 11:30 in the morning. I know there's a shorter window for banks on Saturdays, especially in 2009, but fuck you. So I had to fucking hightail it to Deming, which I think was about an hour away, but I think their closing time was 1 p.m. and it was 11:30. So I was fucking like bat out of hell, and I ended up getting there, I think, at like 12:15 or something like that. But that's funny, Kiwi. You brought up a good memory. and a continuation story, if you will, to the meeting of Forrest Fenn. I got very drunk that night. I'm lucky I could remember the Forrest Fenn stuff, but because I wasn't drinking at that point. Ben, you're like an old person with the tail. Have I said this before, the Deming thing? I didn't think I'd said that one before. Good thing we don't drink. Well, there you go. No problem there. Q, yeah, the good, the bad, and some of the ugly, the chase. Problem is, some are interchangeable. Yeah, where's Q? I don't see Q say anything. Oh, here we go. The story's a bit too fluffy. Someone needs to tell the real deal. Listen, that's what I'm here for. I hope we can get it. I hope I can get it. And if I can't, I hope someone else does. But we're getting lied to, folks. I don't know if I've said that in a long time. But we are still getting lied to. And if you don't think we are, reset your thinking a little bit. Something ain't right. I know the other show on Monday nights likes to tell you that, oh, all we do is sit here and ramble, blah, 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 blah. Yes, a lot of the times we fucking do. That's how we reach enlightenment on some thoughts. We have to think it out loud, talk it out, figure this stuff out. But what we did do on this channel, we brought you the whole concept of 2019 for a find. Those other channels, last year, if you'd said 2019, you'd get the whole fucking, what's the one he uses? Let's see if I can guess it. Conspiracy. No, that's a great one, though. Yo, we're just going to use that for conspiracy. Or this one. I like that one better. It fades out. Shit, what was I talking about? Fuck. Oh, no. I totally forgot what... yeah, you would have called that a conspiracy last year, what I was saying. Oh, fuck Ben, he doesn't know what he's talking about. 2019. Oh, just because he says he was an archaeologist and he looks at the chest and he looks at Jack's description of the chest and he goes, you know what? The description of the chest doesn't match the content of the chest in the situation it was found or the pictures it was taken in. It wasn't found June 5th, 2020. And that was taboo. That was scary talk. And then the lawyer for the Fenn estate essentially argues, according to K-Pro, that this thing was found in 2019. So yes, we do bring you stuff. Also, what did we bring you? Jack's Reddit data. Who was behind the Reddit database? I'm not talking about the ping data. I'm talking about the fucking database of Condor 2. It was Rimsbrock and me. We brought in the others. Okay? Anyone else who got inside information on Condor 2 at that point in time was after. There were 2 people in that fucking secret at first. I don't even know if Rimsbrock remembers who the fuck is who, but because the guy is very quiet and very respectable and knows his shit. But we bring you plenty. Trust me. Treasure. I don't know what that's for, but all right. Ben, both the pyramids and Shamir existed before Solomon. Agreed. I missed that. Sorry. Epic Mexican standoff. I don't know what that's all about. Ben, you drilling me about the Grail or, well, I have Grail knowledge. Maybe not precisely exactly what you say, Candy, but I do have Grail knowledge. Hey, Mr. Napple, your poem became more possible today. Did it? Did it? It's called the Impossible Poem, Mama Q, for a reason. Ben will have some of the story soon. I would fucking be very grateful and happy and would love it. What is this? This is from Westworld? What the fuck was that? I don't remember that from Westworld. No, the Westworld. See, they didn't even do the good covers. I mean, they did some okay ones, but I love this one. How do you guys feel about Ashley taking over for like 5 minutes when I go smoke weed for a weed break? I can't smoke inside anymore, guys. No weed for me in here. Oh God. Oh, you know that we gotta just for the shits and giggles.
Smoke weed every day. Smoke weed every day. Smoke weed every day.
It's nowhere near as fun. excuse me, I grouped in with the 2019 Candy, you absolutely did. So I should have, finger at me, I should have said, yes, you did. But you know, most didn't. Has Cynthia made any after the hearing comments Rishala? Has Cynthia, said anything? I don't know. I don't think so. On the edge of my seat till then. Got a trip planned to NYC soon. Y'all be safe and stay hydrated. I don't know who the Blaze is, but I like him. I like him a lot. We're being lied to. Yay! Glad to hear common sense again. Oh, Mylon. You're goddamn right, baby. Hey, breaking news, everybody. We're being lied to. We don't mind sharing UAP stories either. LOL over a midnight fire in Rockhound State Park. Hopefully, we see some more. Listen, why are we all adopting the UAP shit? They're UFOs. The UAP thing started in the pop culture with Hillary Clinton. And I know some of you are not Hillary Clinton fans. I'm not either. Trump v. Clinton 2016, I didn't vote for either. Fuck them both. Fuck Trump for being just the way he is, but fuck Hillary for being part of a lot of fucking conspiracies that end up with dead bodies. So when she pushes UAP, fuck that shit. You're indoctrinating me, man. That's UFOs, and I know it. Don't say otherwise. However, one time I saw Hillary Clinton, and I'm going to use my makeshift mouse pad here, the Complete Mediterranean Cookbook. One time, I might have gotten fuzzy now because of the thing, but I saw her carrying a book like this, okay? Maybe one of you can find this. And she's walking with, I don't know what it is, a Rothschild or a Rockefeller, one of that kind of a family member, a Rothschild or a Rockefeller. And she's walking around, and the book in her hand is like a very, very comprehensive, research-based UFO book on aliens. And I saw that, I was like, okay, something's up. Without Twin Peaks, there would be no X-Files. Fact. Twin Peaks started it all. I missed, oh shit, the chat like moved. Here we go. Trusted says, LOL, I said 2019 was possible back in 2020. September 19, 2019 was when I gave Forrest my specific solve location. Well, Trusted, I don't base it based on you sending something in 2019 as your basis for a 2019 solve or findings. So if you believe 2019 without the fact that you emailed Forrest, you're in the club too, man. I know you've been questioning stuff, so you're in. Not that anybody needs to be in or out, but I totally agree. Trusted was one of those questioning. For me, Trusted, and for everybody else out there, I get a little murky when people question, but they question because they themselves have a solve, or they themselves have a find, or they themselves have the secret. I'm questioning without any of that. I don't have a fucking secret. I don't have a solve I'm convinced is the right one. And guys, I sent Forrest the whole Cavalry solve on June 2nd. There was an X or a cross in a nook after I crossed an iron plank over warm waters. You didn't see me suing. Yeah, but that was so after the fact, Candy. Come on, we talked in July or June or whatever. Condor basics started in like shit. As soon as he posted the Medium article. Because he posted it himself to the Reddit. How did you guys figure out Jack was the Condor? Great question, Carrie. It took a lot of cross-referencing. But everything happened so quickly. Let me explain. The Condor 2 posted the first Medium article onto Reddit instantaneously. And then, about a month and a half later, and there's investigation in between the time that he posted and a month and a half later still. About a month and a half later, then he posts his name. Didn't take much after that, right? The Condor posts Jack Stoof articles in 2011. We knew it was Jack Stoof before he said Jack Stoof. How's that? We did. Because I knew for a fact the Condor 2 posting links to Jack Stoof articles in 2011 meant the Condor 2 was Jack Stoof. And I told people that. And then he said his name was Jack Stoof. Yeah, I came out of nowhere. I know. So we don't just like to ramble on, despite what that other Jen likes to say about me. And they know. We're at the hour mark, guys. Whether or not Ashley comes on to take over for a little bit, it's smoke break time. It's going to be a new segment instituted into the streams. Every hour, Ben's going to go outside and smoke some weed. So I'll leave you with some music, and I'll be back in 4 or 5 minutes. The play is already new. But let me catch up with chat first. Ben just linked me? It's my show tonight. I don't know if I'm linking anybody. We'll see. Smoke time. All right, that sucks. No music for you guys. I checked my phone. You're supposed to play the next one. My God. Now, I had to clean up dog puke, by the way, just now. Come on, where's Westworld? This is ridiculous. This is my smoke break that's getting fucked. I don't want to hear this. You know, it's one of those things where I've done it. Here we go. The covers, right? Let's do a good one. I hate it. I hate it. I'm hating everything about them. Let's just do this for right now. I'll do it quick. All right, so I'm high. What do we want to talk about for a little bit? Change it up a little bit? Go back to the impossible poem? You have questions? I don't know. I wonder if Ben will entertain this sus of sus. What's the sus of sus? For those of you older folks, she means suspect, as in some weird oddities I'm sure she wants to tell us. Lisa, who wasn't on Reddit, thinks she knows the order of anything. Lisa. The poll. I forgot. All right, what's the poll at? Ooh, interesting. We're at about 68 to 32. Yes versus no. And then of the yeses, they just think just the original chest was out there. 11% of our audience thinks there's a second chest. Interesting. Larry claims K-Pro dropped DB Cooper name back in early 2020 on my Dale interview. Go on. Elaborate, please. Thank you. 1/3. I mean, essentially, yeah, 1/3. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how that poll goes as it ebbs and flows. Maybe we'll add the link to chat. I'll let some people talk with me. It's fine. There's no... But I want a topic. Should we just talk about the poem a little bit? We can talk about this poem. What do you guys want to know? Oh, yeah, the leak. That's right. Got to do that too. Let's do that. A little 30-second tidbit teaser. Yeah? I've heard rumors that people like who Cavalry is going to be interviewing next. That it's a nice change from, the Barbs and the Daves of these episodes. We don't like the Barb and Dave episodes, do we? No. So sorry, Bob. So sorry, Dave. All right, so let me escape out of that. Let me close that. Get back to this. Remove that. Oh, shit. Hold on. My bad. Hold on. There. We close that. Now we go to this. All right.
I think the blaze is actually in the poem, and I think the blaze is the GPS coordinates inside the poem.
Okay, back up. You think there's GPS coordinates inside the poem?
Yes, I think there's an exact GPS coordinate inside the poem, yes.
Have you been able to figure that out?
Yes. That would lead you very close to where the treasure is buried. You still have to search, you'd still have to do your search, but it's there somewhere. I think the blaze is actually in the poem, and
no, I'm not
I think the blaze is the GPS coordinates inside.
GPS coordinates. Oh, what a trigger. What a trigger. So looks like Cavalry has the topic, at least, of GPS coordinates coming up, folks. Which, again, whether you like it or I like it or not, it's part of the story that we all went through. And frankly, I still will adhere to the idea that I loved the concept of GPS coordinates hidden into the poem. I found those same numbers that were talked about on Mike and K-Pro's show myself, which made me think even more that it was valid. I'm sure someone could roll tape on my chat in Mike and K-Pro's streams back then where I said, yeah, no, I came up with these same GPS coordinates. This is interesting to me. But you know, I get it. I get the hatred it gets, and that's okay. That's okay. Anyway, so that's the leak from Cavalry, which is interesting. All right, so we know we're going to get GPS coordinates. What is this gentleman's name? I know people really respect him. I guess I could go to. This will take me like 2 seconds. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. I'm going to figure out who this person is in like a clickety click click click. His name is Michael. Michael, who was a police officer, I think pretty much everybody respected. I remember listening to this gentleman on streams, and I always loved hearing his thoughts. So Michael McDonald, there we go. So looks like they nabbed themselves a pretty cool interview with Michael McDonald and a good topic with GPS, which I think is a great way to bounce off of the double whammy of Barb and fucking Dave. I mean, Barb and Dave back to back.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
Yeah!
Michael was also on Candy's stream. Also, don't let me forget, I want to put the link to Candy's stream that I was watching earlier last night about
Watching earlier.
oh God, I don't want to hear my name, or I don't want to hear my voice. Nomadic says, I think this guy could be the guy whom told Mike Calazar that nothing is as it seems, but I could be incorrect. Whoa, Nomadic, that's a very, very interesting thought you just had. Very intriguing stuff.
Hello there.
Hello there, indeed. What was I doing before that? Because that completely. You know what? I'm actually not going to remember this time. What was I doing before that? I'm going to have to wait for chat to catch up. I don't know what I was about to click. Oopsie daisies. Candy says incorrect. Hey, Ben, have you seen the David Hasselhoff eating a cheeseburger vid? Yeah, it was posted in chat in Reddit earlier. Or not Reddit, sorry, Discord. But yeah, that was absolutely posted in Discord earlier. I guess I could like scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll and look for it. Your troll prevails because I'm scrolling just because I remember this. I believe it was today. If it wasn't, I'm gonna look like a jackass. What happened to the music, man? You know what? That might have been last night. I don't want to fucking scroll all the way. I wish you could look up GIFs somehow. I like this version. I really love it. Actually, I'm relentless. I'll just keep scrolling. Do you guys remember those things where people would go to a library and they'd do that scan thing for newspaper clips? That's kind of what it's like scrolling through Discord. I mean, at this pace I'm going, I could have easily skipped it. Isn't this exhilarating watching me scroll? Yeah. I do even see what I'm scrolling through? Probably not. Let's share it. Go deep down into your mind. It's there. Placed there via hypnosis. Now you're fucking with me, man. I was gonna put Candy's video link. Ah, okay, that's right. This is going to be a lot of scrolling too. April 2020. I'll just type in Dale Neasel Exchange. Should I just examine this? Hey, Candy, can I get your permission to just play this and examine it and dissect it with everybody? Ooh, what a good impromptu idea. Oh, I like it. Candy, say yes. Let me do this. Let me dissect the fuck out of what Cynthia and Dale present to us. Oh, I'm excited about it. I'm actually going to go smoke more weed if you let me do it. Check Facebook then. All right, well, maybe we'll do it together, but all right, hold on. $313 Mark in your K-Pro video. K-Pro said confirmed. Confirmed what? DB Cooper? Confirmed what? You can't get any higher? JK Pioneer, don't fucking give me a challenge, sir. JK, I liked you. You obviously don't like me because of me and K-Pro fighting, and that's fine. You're Team K-Pro. It's all good, but I had no issue with you. Candy, I don't know what else I was checking on Facebook, but I do appreciate being able to use your permission or use your video, and I think we're gonna fucking dissect the shit out of that now. And look at Candy's hair in this, guys. It's just marvelous. You can't have fought too bad if she gave you her Monday night spot. She didn't give me any Monday night spot. They were probably busy tonight, and so I went live instead, only because I felt like having a little chit chat. There was no build up to it. I don't care. Cavalry gave me that leak. I have to. If I have a leak, let's think about this. If I have a that sounds ridiculous. If I have a clip from Cavalry, I want to share it. So, I mean, I could have just kept it to myself. It's fine. It's not earth-shattering or anything like that. But I was just like, oh, okay, that's a reason to go live. Fuck it. And then I was thinking about it. I was thinking about all the conversations we've been having on Discord and all the fucking things popping up. And I'm just like, you know what? There's actually more reason to go live now more than ever. Because let's get back to basics on this channel. Again, we are being lied to. Sorry, duct tape will fix your leaks. Jeremy always makes me laugh. We love having Jeremy in the Discord. He keeps it sane in the Discord. Jeremy does. You know, people come and go. They have our issues, or they have their issues with us, or us being me I don't think anybody who's left the Discord, I don't believe, has done so except for hating me. So it is what it is. But I try not to make the Discord about me, especially when I do any kind of moderation. In fact, never mind. Whatever. You can ask. Hey, we got the bots. Yay! Let's get rid of them. Let's get rid of them suckers. Naked HD. Should I just add them as a moderator instead? Oh, Packer Jack in the house just deleting shit. Look at that. Oh, I love it. Oh, I shouldn't have said anything maybe. He didn't want people to know. He's been very quiet lately. Mike N already said, Packer Jack, are you going to do a DB Cooper PowerPoint? Oh, F was, oh God, when Packer Jack talks, I listen. Hold on. F was friends and served on boards of Buffalo Bill Center and Wyoming Archaeological Society with Dr. Ray Gossett and wife Gail. Ray also served in the Air Force. Ray was a relative of William Wolfgang Gossett. Oh, fuck. You won't see it on camera, but I got goosebumps. Huh. I will link you, Candy. I promise I will link you. Hold on. I don't know how to react right now. I need to think on it a little bit before I react. I'm going to have my smoke now before we dissect this video. I'm going to give Candy a link because it's her fucking stream. She should be around to dissect it. But guys, I know some shit. And I'm going to allude to the shit that I know without saying what I know based on what I hear in this interview. How's that for fun? Wow. But Packer Jack blowing my brain here. Blowing my brain. He just took a revolver to my brain. He just blew it. It went. But Candy, I'm not letting you on until I come back. So, take your time. DB Cooper link is what you're hinting at. Full press. I don't even know where to start with this. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take what Packer Jack said and I'm gonna internalize it. I'm gonna think about it. I'm gonna talk to Alan about it. But then I'm gonna go back and focus. I'm gonna do that later. I'm gonna go focus on this stream that I want to dissect. Yeah, all right. Candy joined anyway, so fuck it. You can join now, and I'm gonna go have my smoke break before we do this. Okay.
Okay.
Candy, don't go on any goddamn rants, all right?
Oh, now I want to.
Are you tired? You should get some. Let me lower the volume. I'm just gonna make it.
I should drink another coffee just to survive.
What are you jumping on streams for when you're so tired? Holy mother of
I'm just
God.
like mentally
You're
drained.
a working girl. Now, I don't mean lady of the night, but working girl. Like you're working. you're fucking 8-10 hours a day doing shit.
It's funny because your scatterbrain is making my brain exhausted right now.
Yeah.
I'm just excited.
Bobby Brass
I'm
is in here.
excited to see what you're going to dissect that I did not even know existed because I was so oblivious at the time.
Oh, we're going to have some fun with this interview. We're going to have some fucking fun with this interview because let me tell you, I only actually could listen and dissect it and talked even out loud to Ashley for about the first 30 to 35 minutes. That's it. And in that 30 to 35 minutes, I was going, oh, what? Uh-huh.
Well, did you see one of the very last streams I did before the chest was found, I think it was called Through the Rack with Cynthia, and it's the only time she actually messaged me and requested I have her on my Zoom to go live when I didn't ask, and it was really weird. I should have noticed that at the time. And in that video, I can't remember the minute mark, but in the video, it legit looks like she's trying to tip someone off. And then I believe it was a week later, the chest was found.
We'll get into that later when it comes into context. Hold on real quick. Davio, do you remember the last time you guys invited me into the poker Zoom? Do you guys remember what happened? As the World Series of Fenn defending champion, do you know what happened, Candy, when they invited me to the poker Zoom?
Someone shout predator and then offer you a free Jello sample?
No. What I did is I joined their little tournament and then I won. Again.
Oh, you're talking about World Series of Fenn. I thought you were talking about the online Zoom.
Hold on. World Series of Fenn, I won. That's fine. There's a poker Zoom. There's guys and gals in the Fenn community who play poker, and then maybe they do a Zoom after, but they play a poker tournament with each other. So I was invited to that again, and I joined. Davio goes, stop, whatever. I joined, and then what did I do? I fucking won. And then I took a break. I probably streamed or drank or did something, and then I joined their next tournament, and then they got me down. I got down to the final table, one-on-one, and I was down to, I think, 400 chips, and the other person had 520,000, and I won. That's 3-0. 3-0 against the Fenn community in tournaments. And K-Pro's name was in those tournaments. I mean, I saw her lose, but she was in those. So play and find out. We play every week. No, I know you do. I know. But I can't play every. I mean, it's funny money. You guys are playing with no stakes. I can't. Plus, it's busy time. I can't do that. But Davio, I mean, that happened, man. Sam, USA China can confirm that. I guarantee you. You were there too. Davio, I think you were one of the people I made the comeback on and fucking out of nowhere. All right. Anyway, I'm gonna have my smoke break. Set people up. Okay, what I want to hear about from you, Candy, is this. Okay, and I'm actually gonna pause the music so you can talk. Well, is it okay to have the music on? Are you okay talking over that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So what I want to hear about is how did this interview happen? Yes. Okay. I'm gonna be watching on my phone when I go out and smoke. How did this interview happen? What was the setup? What was the expectation that you were given that you had, right? So you had your own internal expectations. Oh my God, I'm fucking interviewing Dale Neitzel and Cynthia's going to be on. And then we find out maybe in the first 5 minutes, I don't know if it's confirmed or not, that Forrest might have been watching. If Dale is on.
Oh, I could tell you 100% that every time I ever went live, Forrest was watching and he was in chat, and I have emails.
I know it's verified. I got it verified from K-Pro that she absolutely did say that Forrest wanted you to stream and he was watching. So 100%.
But I also have my own emails of correspondence with Fenn.
No, I know you do. I know you do. I'm just saying what you're saying has been corroborated even by your own worst enemy. Like, she's corroborating you. You know what I mean? So beginners always win the tourney. So cool play. Dude, Davio, I won the World Series of Fenn. I won your two turns. I played poker for a living in Vegas for a decade, man. It's not a secret anymore. I've already confessed to it. I made a living off this goddamn thing, man.
Espresso.
All right, I'm gonna do my smoke break. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Oh no, I wasn't done. I was asking questions. So okay. Tell everybody, how that was set up. We absolutely fucking confirmed Forrest was watching you. And I want to know the ins and outs of that because Cynthia's on the stream with you. I know at the end, K-Pro goes on with you. And it's just very interesting to me how that all kind of, look at it today versus what it was then. And this is 2 months before the chest is found. And then keep in mind the context. We now know Dale and Cynthia were told that he's thinking of ending it. Dale is, or he's frustrated with it. He's trying to reach out to a solver. And then Dale is told flat out in email he's thinking of ending it. And this is all at a few months after that. It's a very intriguing time to go back and listen to their words and their tones of voices, right? Anyway, tell everybody about that. I'm going to be listening myself. I'll be back in 5 minutes.
I'll wait for you to come back then, because you're going to want to hear it.
Say that again. I don't want to ignore you. What'd you say?
Oh, I said I'll wait for you to come back then, because you'll probably want to hear what I have to say then.
No. I'm going to be listening on my phone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody. I'm exhausted. I'm sitting some espresso to share this stuff with you guys. Okay. Once upon a time, back in March of 2020, I decided to create a YouTube channel solely based on the fact that not only did I get to meet Forrest Fenn in person, I was also told by Toby of AGK when I met him at the Fenbury to also create a YouTube channel, because I was super shy and I didn't like being on video and stuff. And so the first time I ever dropped a video, it was actually January of 2020. And it was just me doing a voiceover of my research and things I put together. And so Forrest actually emailed me and said, you need to make your own channel. You have to go with your face live so everyone can see who you are and everything. And I'm like, okay, you know what? Maybe. And then COVID hit. Literally 2 days, I think 2 days after St. Patrick's Day, which is hilarious because St. Patrick's Day is, I think back in 2014 or 2015 is when I discovered the chase to begin with. Anyways, I was told by Forrest and Toby of AGK to start my own channel. And I did. And I was doing pretty good. It was like a couple people here and there. I would go on live ranting about stuff. Didn't even know about Zoom at the time. I just knew like YouTube stuff, right? Well, fast forward, next thing you know, I have Christy reach out to me telling me you need to rebrand yourself, because I was originally called Imagination Channel, Treasures New and Old. Yeah, that was a mouthful. And so she said, you need to rebrand. You need to pick a day and time to continuously go live, and then you need to promote yourself with little ideas like promo trailer, stuff like that. So I very quickly gained 1,000 followers by busting my butt and doing live panels and hanging out with people. And it started with, I believe it was St. Patrick's Day. Christy had me on her panel with Cynthia, and I got a chance to talk to her about my Firehole Halts at Home anagram, stuff like that. And next thing you know, she's saying, okay, interview me. And I'm like, oh, you want to be interviewed on my channel? Cool. And so I remember I was like so excited. I prepared. I had all the questions. I was so exhausted. I think I was running on only a couple of hours of sleep. And I thought, oh, I'm going to totally bomb this. But by the time it came down to me interviewing her, I was so tired. I'm like, I don't give a F anymore. And it ended up being one of the best interviews I've ever done. And even though I do not like get along with her anymore, it still to this day is really one of the best interviews I've ever done. And so I would definitely, offer you guys to go watch it, because not only did Ben have great commentary about then versus now for us to, dissect, it also leads up to why I had Dale on my channel. So after I did the interview with Cynthia, she actually called me and said she was so impressed, and these are her words, not mine. I'm not tooting my own horn. She said she was so impressed with my interview and the questions I asked her that she insisted that I interview Dale. And I was like so excited. I'm like, oh my God, Dale? Like Dale? And I remember I messaged Fenn. I was like, oh my God, Cynthia wants me to interview Dale. And Fenn was like super excited, on board with it, wanted to watch it and everything. And so it was Dale and Cynthia on this video you guys will be watching. And I just was basically, I think I was comparing their original solves versus what they started to change about the solution the more they talked or began to know Forrest and got closer to him, and whether or not if that information hindered them moving forward or helped them. So it's a long video though, you guys. I think it's like 3+ maybe more hours. That's when I started to really do long interviews and panels and stuff. But it just, the details start getting weirder and weirder, and it's so funny to like sit back and watch this now versus back then, because I was so gullible. I'm just over here like unicorns and rainbows. Everyone wants to be friends. We're going to work together and uncover the mysteries of, Forrest Fenn's treasure chase. And it's like, the more I sit there and dissect it, the more I'm like, I am so sus because I'm so oblivious to what is happening right on my own damn channel. And so it wasn't until I think it was this year, that I actually brought up the video peacocks versus roosters, or it was Through the Rack with Cynthia. I think it was the Through the Rack with Cynthia. That was the one where she purposely reached out to me when she was actually boots on the ground a week before the chest was found, and we were teamed up as partners looking for the doctor, that she insisted I have her on my channel and go live. Normally it'd be me bugging her and she'd be like, yeah, maybe, or whatever. But this time it's different because she once again reached out to me and wanted me to go live and discuss certain details. So that's this one with Dale, and then the other one was Through the Rack with Cynthia. And I swear to you guys, I haven't dissected this one. I think I never even watched this one over after I did the interview. But Through the Rack with Cynthia is the one I started to rewatch. And I kid you not, you guys, it's like she's trying to tip someone off, and I think that's actually what's happened. So, Ben has my permission to go through any one of my videos and dissect them. I would definitely recommend Through the Rack with Cynthia as one of them. It's just like, it's interesting because the more information we learn, the more we can uncover comparing what we know now versus what we didn't know back then. And I was doing that a little bit a couple of months ago, and then I get so tired. You can only do one thing at a time, and I mean, Grail research is pretty damn tiring to begin with. So right now I'm stretched so thin with work and trying to finish this hunt for you guys, and also trying to uncover this weird susness. So it's cool to hang out and just try and focus on one topic. What is sus in my own interview? So I don't know. Let me see if I could go to chat real fast without messing up the stream. Hold on. Okay, I think this can work. Okay. She's talking about the video and rainbows and unicorns. Can someone link the appropriate video that she's talking about? Hey, Crump. So we're gonna actually dissect it, and I can't link it because I'm not a mod anymore. So yeah. Anyways, hopefully Ben will come back soon enough, or else I'm just gonna start going on a Grail tangent. This is weird. Yesterday, YouTube suggested this video to me, and I was like, wow, Candy, Cynthia, Dale, Capro, all in the same video. So I posted in Discord, and nobody says anything. I didn't even see that, Carrie. And the only reason I brought this up is because in chat earlier, a little bit ago, Larry brought it up. He was like, oh, at 3:13 minute mark, which I guess he meant 3 hours and 13-minute mark, because this is a long video. Apparently, K-Pro name dropped DB Cooper, and I didn't even pay attention to that. So I'm just going with the flow. I don't even know what's going on half the time. We need some Walmart water. What?
Davy was like angry with me.
No, he's not. He's just very animated. He's not.
He says I need Jesus.
No, it's not. It's not as an insult at all. It's Davio.
Can I tell you about Jesus, Candy?
Oh, sure.
Let me tell you about Horus instead.
Oh, I know about Horus.
Pretend like you don't.
Okay, fine.
Okay, just pretend.
I'm just gonna sip on my espresso.
Can you just pretend like you don't?
Okay.
So, Horus. Did you know that Horus was born of a virgin mother?
No, I did not.
Oh, okay. Well, did you know that Horus had 12 disciples?
No, I did not.
Did you know Horus was attested to walking on water and delivering a sermon from the mount?
Oh my God, I want to say no, I do not, but I do know, and I know it goes back to Dionysus as well as Thoth, as well as Manes. There's so many. Did you know Horus
rose from the grave and ascended into heaven?
You're killing me right now.
All right, so let's get back to it. The interview.
Okay. So I don't know if you caught the part where I was talking about the susness. So apparently, according to Larry, 3 hour, 13-minute mark, K-Pro allegedly in chat or somewhere name dropped Stevie Cooper or something, according to Larry. I don't even know this because I never even went back and watched this. I did the interview and I never looked at it.
Stevie Cooper in this. What? All right. Now it's a 4-hour-long stream, so we're gonna skip along a little bit because we have to. This is a 4-hour stream we're dissecting.
I mean, I want to say the first like 5 minutes alone is like super just me trying to figure out how to get Dale on.
I do want to show the difference between Candy now and Candy then, though. You were so reserved. You were so quiet. You were so.
Wait, that doesn't count though, because the moment I get into interview mode, I'm like a beast.
No. I don't mean that. Let me say it this way. You're not preaching about a reliquary chest.
That's because it took me a very long time to connect the dots with what I had.
All right, so we're going to get into this. You got Dale. Let's go. We're going to skip 5 minutes because it takes 5 minutes alone. When did you first
Dale
start?
drops the F word. It's hilarious.
I think October or November of 2010, right after Forrest announced it. But it took me all
right
winter
there.
to come up with a solution. And anyway, I couldn't.
Think about this. Forrest dropped the chase in, what was it, October of 2010, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Dale starts in November of 2010.
Mm-hmm.
And for everybody who doesn't understand marketing, you always have to have that one person that pushes the narrative to get others to fall in line with that narrative. Just thinking out loud.
Did Dale live in Santa Fe?
No, he lives on the island.
He lives on Loomy Island, Washington, the state of Washington. Yet, immediately after Forrest drops the book, Dale is already into it. Huh, Dale?
And he uses a fake name, a fake identity to meet with him, even though he's associated with Creighton.
Does he bring that up in this interview?
Yes.
No. Yeah, he does?
Yeah, like I think 3 hours later or something.
Oh, okay, like 3 hours later.
It's like, I don't even remember. I just remember going, what?
All right.
Look. So it was May before I actually went on my first search.
Okay, and then just curious, with your first search, where did that take you?
So let's see, my first search and
branched off into Colorado, Montana, Wyoming area.
I think that's a fair assessment. I think most people at first were interested in we froze again, but I think most people were interested in New Mexico for all the usual reasons. And those reasons were, proximity to Forrest's house, how far we figured he could drive in a while, a good fishing location, things like that, which drove it. And there was
a good fishing location.
Exactly. That's what I was pointing at.
Interesting, Dale. Interesting.
There's also some consideration in the very beginning about the fact that Forrest, we didn't know anything about in the Rocky Mountains. We only knew in the mountains north of Santa Fe. And it seemed like north of Santa Fe had to mean, just north of Santa Fe somewhere, not 1,000 miles north of Santa Fe.
Where does it get 1,000 miles north?
Again, this is a searcher from Washington.
But where does he get 1,000 miles north?
It's a nice number to round up to.
I don't know. That's pretty sus right there.
I don't know that that's sus. He says 1,000 miles. That's a number.
What exactly is 1,000 miles north of Santa Fe?
Somewhere in Montana.
In the Rocky Mountains,
Or Canada, yeah.
That's when the chase extended because people were technically, lost in their minds thinking that the only area they could search was north of Santa Fe of New Mexico.
Well, I think it was just logical, for folks who were looking logically. I mean, I think, given what we had to work with at the time and what we knew, that just somewhere just north of Santa Fe would make sense. But also remember that since he didn't classify it as the Rocky Mountains, there were people with a lot of imagination. I mean, the mountains in Europe are north of Santa Fe. If you draw a line across around and there were people, who were considering, the Alps and
Can you imagine considering the Alps? I mean, I guess in 2010, 11, I guess. I don't even understand that suggestion.
Wait, what year? Specifically, what year did Forrest actually differentiate Santa Fe versus the Rocky Mountains?
That's a good question. I don't know that. I would say off the top of my head or gut, 2012, 2013.
Well, so this is the thing. I always associated the 500 footer to the 2014/2013 comment because Too Far to Walk was released. But if that's the same year that he first came out with the 500 footer, that would be interesting.
I guess we could have someone like on
Gigi.
Discord.
Gigi would know.
Gigi, Jeremy, Bavetta, all those folks can figure that kind of thing. Carrie
No,
can.
Bavetta's not allowed to. He takes my limelight.
He's a good researcher.
I know.
Nobody was, or the Cascades near where I live. It's all north of Santa Fe. So there were people who were way out there thinking that kind of thing. And with no further information, that was just as good an idea as anybody else's. And it wasn't until Forrest later said, it's in the Rocky Mountains, that all those ideas kind of went kerplunk, I think.
I could definitely understand that. I feel like there is a certain point in time.
I'm going to talk over you for a second. I'm looking at the chat too. The chat's always interesting to look at back.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
That's really good. But then I'm also wondering if there might be a chance that sometime between 2011 to 2013, when we're discussing there may have been someone who was within 500 feet to 200 feet of the chest, where they went wrong and why we haven't had someone come within that close proximity of the chest since then. So for me, I'm curious, do you think it had anything to do with the original information we had versus the things that Fenn has come out and given us hints about? Do you think that deterred us from the chase and that's why we're overcooking the phone?
Well, let me go back to something you said
I'm watching Cynthia's face too.
And ask you why you said that. Because I'm not sure I believe that. But you said, why hasn't anybody else been close again? How do you know that?
Well, I mean,
he's so feisty there. How do you know that, Candy?
What did I do? I think one of the best hints Forrest has ever given was give the poem to a child. Okay. Wait, what was his comment to me?
That no one has. Well, you said that no one had been within this. Forrest gave the 500, 200 thing, and that since he hadn't updated, no one has been closer than that. And then Dale goes, "How do you know that?"
Huh? I didn't even catch that.
Huh? Let's rewind it again. And let's remember, everybody at home, Dale, this is April 2020.
April 19th, 2020. Wasn't that a very special day, Ben?
Hold on. Dale has already been emailed by Forrest Fenn. Who knows phone call conversations, but already been emailed. I'm thinking of ending the chase. He's also been privy to a conversation with Cynthia, who's also on this stream. and they sat with Forrest where he's lamenting about a finder that should just go fucking get it and email him.
Hold on, Ben.
An anonymous email.
Hold on.
And then Dale takes issue with you saying no one's been closer than 200 or 500 feet. And Dale goes, how do you know that?
Hold on, pause for a second. I totally didn't even think to consider this. I want to say a week after this is when Cynthia approaches me to team up to find the doctor, right? And that's why she went to Yankee Jim Canyon, because she gave me Connolly's where Walmart's Hall, and an hour later, or like 3 hours later, in a bottle of wine, I figured out where their stall was. It was the Sphinx Creek and everything, right? Long story short, I have the email where she sends me a whole entire list of instructions not to tell anyone what she's doing, what she's into, wants me to sign a contract for finding the treasure and everything. And I deny her. I say, nope, I'm not interested in that. All I want you to do is return the bracelet. Next thing you know, she totally like 180s me, ditches me, and teams up with Matt Smells Sunshine. There's some weird shit going on.
What did I tell you what did I tell you like on the phone? Like, that might have been a mistake to make with Cynthia.
Well, I mean, I'm not one of those a-holes that's like gonna sign a contract and hide it from people. Clearly, Jack was.
Phoenix says they're a doctor. Going off what you're saying of the find the doctor, find the chest.
So that's another thing I want to address. When I was going through my old messages looking for some very imperative information pertaining to when they said they actually saw the chest popping out of the ground versus all that other crap, I came across the original conversation I had with Christy, and why we ended up becoming friends to begin with was because of the information that was just relayed to me via Force Fenn when I met with him in July of 2019, right? And I told her all the information because it's fresh in my mind. It was never a doctor. It was Trump's security guard. And then Christy took it and spun it and said Trump's doctor said this. And then Cynthia was like, oh, Forrest told me Trump's doctor's name, Connolly, and everything. And that's why we started spinning with that. I originally was told Trump's freaking security guard.
Did Forrest Fenn say, find the doctor, find the chest?
No, at least not to me. I'm just a dumbass and totally forgot the information after looking into for it so long. And I reached out to Christy. I was going to reach out to Sasha, but that was a bad idea. So I ended up never reaching out to her. But then apparently Cynthia was given information too, right? And I, to this day, like sometimes I'll be like, DJ, do you remember exactly what Fenn said? And he's like, no, F off, stop asking. But I went to my chats and I looked at it and it's like fresh in my mind right at that time.
Hold on. I have live feed from DJ's room right now.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
I kid you not, you guys. For all I know, DJ's the only one on the planet, aside from the so-called finder and, Fenn and family, that knows where Warm Waters halted. Because when he met him, DJ was like, I don't give a fuck about your chase. And Fenn's eyes lit like Christmas. And I was like, I need to talk to you, buddy. So, who knows? I don't fucking know. But yeah, my point is this. It was never the doctor. And that's a huge faux pas on my part, because I should have been more I should have paid more attention to it. I was just going with what Christy and Cynthia was telling. Like, Cynthia's like, oh, Forrest told me this name. And Christy's like, oh, find the doctor, find the treasure. Which, by the way, she said that she claimed happened in Jason Dent's audio recording when they were at the house. And Jason actually proved that was false. It was a false statement.
So Cynthia put it out, basically.
Yeah, just like she did with Homer Brown's Not Brown Trout, that type of shit. Yeah. And so
okay, keep going.
On top of that, okay, think of this, Ben. On top of that, not only does Dale and Cynthia know that this is fucking pointless at this point in time where I'm interviewing them, but not only is she putting out false information, she's also teaming up with me to find the false information searcher and wanting me to sign a contract for the fucking treasure.
You mean the same one who's showing up with you on your stream to do it with Dale? You mean the same one who's talking to K-Pro, who's telling you Forrest wants you to do the stream?
You mean the same one that was given information about 9 Mile Hole, the freaking Christmas card and everything? Yeah, that one.
The same one who did a reenactment of the chest under a log up to its lid in the dirt a year before we saw it. That one?
Yeah, and I've got the screenshots to prove that. Because again, remember, I have screenshots where Christy point blank says she saw photos of the chest popping out of the ground, and this was before everything happened with McCracken.
Listen, the truth,
surprise, motherfucker,
will prevail.
Why do you think I'm suddenly the most hated searcher out of the group? Because I went from being like the most loved, brand new, fresh face searcher to hang out with everybody to absolutely freaking ostracized because I started putting pieces together and calling that shit out. It's right there.
You can see it. Look how happy Cynthia is with you. And then she's the one to say she's holding naked photos of you hostage.
But it seems like he hasn't come out and acknowledged anything about anyone being close, except for in February 4th, 2019, he said he had a gut feeling that the treasure chest would be found soon. And then it turned to August.
Anything you want to add to that?
Oh, I'm just saying I've been talking about this and preaching about this before Jack ever came out.
Right. 2019, where he came out on Judy Kyle's website, Mysterious Writings, and said gut feeling was wavering. So other than that, that's the only time we had some type of idea that it might be solved or someone might be on the right path.
Well, it might be the only information that you get from Forrest, but I don't think that a lack of information is the same as.
Do you see how much he looks up? He looks up, he looks up, he looks up, he looks up. He's thinking. He's making sure he's on script. He's making sure. I'm not saying Dale's being dishonest. I'm just saying there's a role Dale knows he's playing, even if it hasn't been spoken. And he's being very careful. That's the obvious poker tell here. He's being very careful.
A plethora of information. You know, I mean, I think just because Forrest hasn't come out and said, you know, today that 16 people have been close to the chest within, 500 feet or within 1,000 feet of the chest within this month.
He was about to say within fucking 200 feet or fucking 500 feet.
Wait, what? He said 1,000 feet.
He said it again.
So in the interview where I was, so fun fact, I was supposed to have a year after this. So it was supposed to be in 2020. I was supposed to have Dale come back on my channel for a year update after the find and everything, right? And Christy found out, threw a bitch fit, threw me under the bus, and he ended up going on Amy's. And Christy made it seem like Amy was the one that screwed me over, and later on I found it was her. Anyways, when he was on her channel answering the questions that I prepped for him for my 1-year anniversary, refresher, I asked him, wait, so what about, Gotti Schwartz? And Dale was the one that said Forrest point blank said Gotti Schwartz was within 1,000 feet of the treasure chest. And he said that as a fact on Amy Seeks, and you can't see it anymore because Amy Seeks took her video down.
Hold on. Pause. What's going on with this comment right here?
Wait, when did she say that? Is it in this video?
Did she fucking say this?
I don't know. It's so hard to fucking keep track.
Did Cynthia really push Dan Barbarisi's book coming out before the chest was found? If someone can get me a fucking quote on that, I'm going to rip this chase to fucking
Well, Galaxy already has it, or else he wouldn't be freaking mentioning it.
Yes, I saved it the other day. Yes, I saved it the other day. What? What?
What month was that? What month and what year?
Yeah, I need more details.
Oh man, that's gonna blow everything up even more sus than it's already sus. Like,
there are people involved with this who don't think I know they're involved with this, that know that I'm angry with them. I might fucking blow this whole thing up.
do it, because I've been trying to, and apparently I've been sitting on a plethora of information that I never even considered going to. I went to Through the Rack with Cynthia. That's the one that I think is the most sus. But Dale, the whole time, Dale knew there was a second poem to verify the finder. It's just criminal. It's literally criminal what they're doing.
There's a user named Robs Newton, or maybe it wasn't Rob. Somebody said, and I didn't catch it even. I didn't catch the reaction when it was live. I set him up for it. I was wondering how it would go. I fucking designed it the way which I did, and it was with Dan Barbarisi about Jack commenting on the contents inside of the olive jar, and something's going on. Something's going on.
Can you also send the link to Galaxy, Ben?
To who?
To Galaxy. Like, can you send the link to Galaxy?
Sure.
I want to get his.
Can you? I don't have Galaxy's contact info. I don't know who Galaxy is, to be quite honest. I probably do know who Galaxy is, and I apologize, Galaxy. I just don't recall off the top of my head right now. So.
Hold on. Let me copy it, and I'll email it to him. Oh, shit. Hold on.
Copy. Oh, I'm well aware, Davio. I'm well, Davio. For someone who keeps commenting about certain things, you seem to want to then shoot down other people's thoughts. And
no. Be nice to Davio. It's not what
I am nice to Davio, but he questions the strangest things sometimes.
Well, I mean, because he's strange, but we love him. He's also very sensitive.
Davio's a smart man. Davio's a very smart person. I respect Davio a lot. So when I can see that Davio might be up to something, I find it very interesting. I might need another smoke break.
I want to get Galaxy's point of view on this too, because I mean, he catches a lot of stuff, especially stuff that I don't even like understand or see. So I think him analyzing this video too would probably be very helpful. Okay, I just sent it.
Galaxy is a man?
Huh?
Galaxy is a man?
Yeah.
Oh, for some
reason, we were actually enemies at one point. It was really funny.
You and Galaxy were enemies?
Yeah. So Street actually is to blame for this one, the little shit.
This shit is fucking ridiculous.
So I remember when I would hop around with like The Brutal Truth and we'd be on panels and stuff, Galaxy would come on, and I remember he was a little kind of dickish to me, right? So I wasn't immediately a fan of him, but I would pay attention to what he'd talk about. And he'd talk about the border of Wyoming, or the border of West Yellowstone and the park and everything, certain details. And one time something came out, which was the Fenn police, and Street was like, oh, Eric Parker, aka that's Galaxy. And I was just like ready to rip this dude a new one. And I didn't even investigate. And so I was like calling him out in a video saying like, you POS, blah, 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 you're Eric Parker, like basically doing all that stuff. So then he goes onto my personal Facebook. I don't know how he did it. And he finds all these pictures all the way back when I'm like, I think 2015, 2014. He's like, oh, look. And he has
Barb Anderson found pictures of me in 2010.
I know. Your pug pillow.
Well, no. First of all, Barb, you're a fucking idiot. That's a dog that I'm sitting on. That's my pug that I'm sitting on. And I wanted to take a picture of me and my pug together. And then I thought it was a cool photo, so I put it on as like a profile pic for like Twitter or something like that. That's the only reason it exists. But what was the other thing she fucking talked shit about? Oh God.
Oh, like
it was. Oh, here's a high school photo of Ben and somebody. That was from like 2010.
Well, it was long story short. Yeah. Galaxy and I butted heads like big time. He would make little videos where I was like, okay, this is kind of sad but good. And anyways, we're cool now. And it's really funny because sometimes we'll poke fun at each other and I'll call him Eric Parker or Fenn Police. But I actually really like when he jumps on the streams and shares his ideas, especially he supports the double chest theory and everything. So I feel like
that's why I don't want. Okay, so here's my problem. I don't want to get too far deep into the rabbit hole. What I want to address with Galaxy is specifically the claim that Cynthia is pushing Dan's book pre-find, and the additional comment of hopefully it's not, or hopefully it is found before the conclusion. I want to know the precise quote on that. And then I have some comments to make once I hear that precise quote. So I'm going to go and have my Ziggy and a what the fuck? It's Melonade. Melonade is the strain that I'm smoking tonight. Oh no, that's the sativa. No, Melonade is the sativa. Yes. My indica is called Atomic Apple. I love alliteration, guys. And in the meantime, what I'm going to leave you guys with is the indica. And Candy, if you want, you can even talk about it if you feel like it. By the way, Phoenix says, Ben Apple, do you think you're in Phoenix randomly? Nope. You're here to meet with me.
Oh, God. Be careful.
That's so ominous, Phoenix. I'm into it, though. Ben knows who Galaxy is. A bunch of people are saying I know who Galaxy is, like I'm some liar or something. I probably do. I don't remember.
Nobody knows who he really is. I've got a screenshot of his face.
Wait. You're saying nobody knows who Galaxy is, and people are saying I already know who Galaxy is? Well, then that means I know who Galaxy is, and it's someone you know too, Candy.
No, nobody knows who Galaxy is.
People are making multiple people in chat are making the insinuation that I already know who Galaxy is.
They're pertaining it to his screen name, not his real name. No one knows his real name.
Fine. I was thinking I was a little mightier than I was there for a second.
But I do have a picture of him because he accidentally jumped on Zoom video once, but I'll never put it out because I'm not an a-hole. But I just like to tell him it's funny.
All right, I'm going to come back for a third and final act, probably just one more hour. But I'm going to leave you with a poem for a second. And then maybe if we talk about my poem for a little bit, we'll go 3 hours, 15 maybe. But if you feel like trying to solve this, I'm going to be watching. I always enjoy, just like Fenn, I know did, enjoy watching you guys try to solve. It's the impossible poem for a reason. So
I can't knock you for that, Ben, because I know exactly how it feels to be power hungry when watching people struggle understanding your brain.
Sure, right? And it's not even power struggle for me. Like, you know, the obvious barrier here is get into my brain. And I know that from the get-go. The question is, how aware was I of it when I wrote the poem? There were people in the first, again, this poem's been out now for almost 3 weeks, but there were people in the first couple of days that were saying, well, it doesn't rhyme at some point, or it's awkward here, or the iambic pentameter doesn't really quite work here. And I almost had to push, and Galaxy's here, I almost had to push the idea of, yeah, no, I understand the rules of poetry. I attempted to break them all with this poem, yet still give you a real poem. So that's what the impossible poem is at its core. Anyway, Galaxy's here. Again, catch up with Galaxy. I will be listening. I'm going to go take my smoke break. Galaxy, what's up, man?
How's it going, Ben?
Dude, it's good to have you here. I know I recognize the name in chat multiple times. I have no idea who they are. I have no idea. So I'll be back.
Offended.
Well, you shouldn't be offended. You should not
I'm
be offended.
kidding. I'm just kidding.
All right, I will be back, but I will be listening, and then we're gonna get to the bottom of this, because I think, and despite what people want to think themselves, the person who I have claimed is the personal secretary of Forrest Fenn, in charge of his interviews, can't be also boots on the ground hundreds of times the whole way through. She felt like a marketer, just like Dale felt like a marketer. And if you're telling me what you said in chat, and I don't know if I can go up to the exact quote, but it was something to the effect of Cynthia pushing the fact that Dan Barbarisi's book is coming out in 2020, and she hopes it somehow comes out before then. Like, we're talking marketing strategy. She's teasing. That's a tease.
If you want to go to it right now, I just posted it.
I actually found it right at the very end. I was like elongating my words so I could keep scrolling.
What month and what year?
God, I would have to go to the actual video, but it's on Toby's channel, and I think it was maybe even 2019.
Seriously?
Possibly 2018 even. I'm not sure.
Oh dear Lord.
But she basically she's actually talking about hearing from a reporter named Ralph that Fenn slipped up, and she felt the need to put it out there so it would be a level playing field for everybody. The slip up was so significant that it was in Yellowstone.
That is like mind-shattering breaking news in my opinion.
That's
especially if it was back in 2018 or 2019. Like, what?
Gosh, I'll have to look and see which one it was, because she's been on Toby's channel quite a few times. So
damn, I don't even know how you put the dedication in. Like, I put dedication for the Grail, but I cannot put dedication in watching these a-holes 24/7. Mad props to you.
in that same video, she basically says that she's talking about Barbarisi's book, and it's going to be contracted to come out in somewhere in 2020. And then she says, hopefully it's found by then.
Wait, didn't it get put out in 2021? Right?
No. Because
I thought it originally got released, like it had to be re-edited and repurposed for the Finder ending.
You might be right, actually. But it was Dan was done with it around the time that it was found.
Yeah, and so he claims that he found a way to flag for a mistake in the article to get in contact with the Finder. But if you have Cynthia on AGK, just like we have Jack on AGK, talking about a slip up as well as the release of Barbarisi's book and it being found relatively soon, what?
I wonder. I'll send you the link if that helps at all.
Yeah, can you? I know Ben will play it when he gets back, but I'm just like curious. Because, I mean, we're not even, 10 minutes into the Dale Nitzel exchange, and it's already sus as F. Like,
I actually just jumped on, so I'm kind of clueless as to what you guys were going over before I posted that.
So, it's the only, wait, no, I think I've had him on one other time. I'd have to go back and look. But it's, Cynthia specifically reached out to me after I did an interview with her. I was like, I want to interview you based on some information I want to figure out. So she was like, oh, I'm so impressed with how you did the interview. I want you to interview Dale. And I was like, what? And so this was all her idea. And I had Dale on, and I thought it was just gonna be Dale, but it was Cynthia too. And I was kind of irritated by that. I'm like, let me do my thing, right? And I never went back and watched it. I only did the interview, and that was it. And so now it's like I've went back to a few other videos I've done with people on the panel where I like examined it and I was like, okay, this is sus, this sounds like she's tipping someone off. But I never went to this one and I don't know why. So we're dissecting it to see what information is brought up that we could compare to what we know now versus what we didn't know back then. If that helps. I hate it when you guys give me silent treatment. Dick.
Shoot.
What's up, Billy? Stalkers suck.
Candy, I'm having audio issues. I'll have to jump out and jump back in.
Oh, sorry, I didn't. I thought you were purposely.
I found the
ignoring me.
date though. It was May 2018.
It was May 2018.
I have had some time to think about this. Where did Galaxy go? As soon as
He's
I
coming
sat
back. No, he's coming back. He just has to fix the audio.
I have to go to the bathroom, but my God, if this is somewhat true, I'm gonna go nuts.
May 2018. Isn't that when he first did Boots on the Ground? Jack?
Yes, that is Jack's first email after a Boots on the Ground. Jack sends an email, I believe, March or February of 2018 saying, hey man, it's kind of like the email I sent. Hey man, I'm just a lowly blah, 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 going after your treasure, blah, 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 love you, blah, blah, blah. And then May 2018 is the next email we're allowed to see, in which he describes numerous fake blazes or possible blazes, in which he incorporates the blaze that's presented by In the Wood 33 on Reddit, which is the 2 bones as a crossbones and then a white stone right above it with a shovel in the background.
Can I make a comment on that I think is very important? So Jack really likes to put it in our face that it was pertaining to pirates, correct?
The fact that Jack fell for it, and the fact, or at least according to his story, and the fact that Jack talks about only Forrest's interest in pirate stories.
I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet.
Sorry.
You must say yes or no. Anyways, we all know Jack associates the Saul with pirates, right?
Yeah.
The Gold Bug, written by Edgar Allan Poe, about a treasure hunt and pirate treasure, uses a white skull with crossbones as a freaking marker for where to find a buried treasure chest. Do you think there's any connection with that whatsoever at all? There's got to be something to it, because it's exactly the mirror image of what is used as a blaze in the Gold Bug. Someone look into that deeper for me, please.
Please, please, please. All right, so Brian Gates says May 1, 2018, AGK is the video Galaxy is referring to. Galaxy, you agree with that?
Yeah.
Is Galaxy? Okay, he's back.
All right, so let me go to, I have permission to use all of AGK's videos, so that's fantastic.
How can you do and I don't?
I am not sure why Toby gave me permission for anything, except for the fact that I was super respectful, told him my background, and that's it. I honestly don't know. He's been nothing but nice and cordial with me. I've had a couple of phone call conversations with him that were, one of them was pretty long, and he's nothing but a stand-up person. So
no, I like Toby. I know.
No, sure. No, I'm not
cool.
even saying I'm not even insinuating you were implying otherwise. But I'm just saying, like, I know that. Look, when I was a searcher in 2019, and I consider anybody. Hooli didn't. I think she said Hooli. She never went boots on the ground, or I believe she said that in Discord. I consider Hooli a searcher. As soon as 2019 hit, and I took the poem seriously, and I said, okay, eventually I have to buy this book. I considered myself a searcher. So, I got to go search, as I've talked about on my Impossible Poem blog. I sent Forrest the email June 2nd that we were going to our solved location, my friend and I. And as we're going there, it all crumbles. But that I don't know what the point of that was, but the point is, listen, I consider searchers to be anybody who took this shit seriously.
Hey, Ben.
Let's watch the video. Yeah,
that's what I was gonna say. Literally, scatterbrain. Play the video.
Scatterbrain. Total scatterbrain. You're absolutely right. Let me find the video here. What's interesting is they have a playlist. It's navigating through this is going to be interesting. I'm going to share with you guys as I do it.
What's the minute mark?
Painful this can be. Yeah, if we can get a minute mark, that'd be awesome as well. So we're looking at a 2018 video about Forrest Fenn. So it's gonna be weekly vlogs, maybe 2018. And then we have to get into the playlist. May of 2018. So this is, when was
Did you
this?
just search up Cynthia through there?
I don't know if I can. Hold on. AGK Cynthia. Let's try that. 4 years ago, this is it. Okay. 4 years ago is good. Is this the one?
No,
April?
it's just the two of them.
It's just the two of them.
Toby and Cynthia.
Okay. So let me see if there's just Toby and Cynthia. Oh, how about Toby, Shelley, and Cynthia?
Is it May 1st?
It said 3 years ago, which YouTube numbers are a little odd on that. I don't trust their numbers, but I don't see when this was actually posted. Oh, God, this is annoying. But I wanted to share this. Like, sometimes shit gets annoying, and you're just like, come on, this is such a simple thing. Why can't I figure this out? 108 minutes, 108. That's a lost hint. I'm kidding. Anyway, it says 3 years. Fuck. Can someone just get us a damn link? Brian Gates, can you get us the link? JK has a thumbs up. I'm not sure if that's at us or chat.
Should I check my email to see if Galaxy sent it to me?
I didn't.
Oh, you suck.
Sorry.
It's called Chat with Forrest Fenn Treasure Hunter, Cynthia Meacham. Seems like it qualifies here.
You know what I'm starting to realize, Ben?
Yeah.
Every single sus detail of the chase
leads
back to Cynthia.
Media attention on the Forrest Fenn treasure with Cynthia Meacham.
Okay, here we go. Okay, so it's a 54-minute stream.
If you go to 30-minute mark.
Hold on, Packer Jack might have a timestamp in his link, so let me just check it real quick. By the way, our poll is still relatively the same. 1/3 of our audience thinks that the test is still out there.
Good afternoon.
Okay, so Packer Jack gave us the right link. He just didn't have a timestamp. That's fine, no big deal. We are going to try to figure out when it is that she says this. This is, again, this is also really good stuff to just go back and listen to. People, especially if there's a script involved, especially if there's a Machiavellian person involved, people like to allow, if they're smart, other people to hang themselves with their own words. So, sorry, Galaxy, to talk over you there.
Go to the 30-minute mark. It's around 30 to 33-minute mark where I believe it is. But I think 30 is a good point to start at because I think there is some other stuff.
Okay, I'm going to start at 29:30 just in case.
So you've already publicized your the move of your solution from New Mexico up north.
I'm going to mute you guys while I do that.
You haven't specifically said Yellowstone. I don't know necessarily that you've excluded it. So let me ask William's question a different way. Does it bother you that you're going to have a journalist with a following searching the area, an area that's near the area that you're going to be searching this summer?
No, what I will do is because I'm going up there soon, I will actually go search. For one thing, I am going to Yellowstone. I'm going to be in the park.
Mm-hmm.
Most of that is just for my own pleasure and creating my own memories and treasures. You can't help but find really good solutions. I mean, my God, if you're going to start with Warm Waters Hall, it doesn't get much better than inside Yellowstone.
Right.
Whether or not I really think it's there, nah, not so much. But I have a couple places I'm going to check because it's like I'm not going to go up there for a week and not look. Those places then, if I meet Ralph up there and he would like to go with me there, I would be happy to take him there. But by then I will already know it's not there. Did that answer it, Toby?
Yeah, I think so. So let's go back. And one of the reasons we ended up having this conversation was the commentary around the phrase, quote, level the playing field, unquote.
tell me so you used that phrase, and I believe that you didn't use it in a derogatory way, right? I don't think you expected to feel that way. Tell me what you meant, but when you used the phrase level the playing field.
That's a really good question. And I also hate that phrase. It's just that I don't know another phrase to use that has the same meaning. So when I used it, the fact that he actually he had spent 8 hours with Fenn, he thinks Fenn may have slept, and whether, anymore, that's sort of irrelevant. Right. The fact he spent so much time with Fenn, and then
he thinks Fenn may have slipped, but that's irrelevant. And then Jack gives us minuscule details, and the only details he gives us is, well, Fenn slipped up a couple of times. It's the same verbiage, and that's what's getting me interested. Just at the bare bones, the same verbiage. A slip up is a common phrase,
Ben.
But the fact that most important people in the chase are all saying the same thing sounds like a script.
I really think you should go to Through the Rack with Cynthia Meacham next, because that is the interview where she reached out and wanted me to go live. And I later on, after the fine, found out and noticed it looks like she's particularly trying to tip someone off. And then a week later, the chest was found.
I am fully back on board with Cynthia Meacham is up to no good.
And he thinks it's in Yellowstone. So my leveling the playing field, and it didn't change my spot because that's where I was going anyway. So to me, I'm thinking, okay, should I share this with other people? And either they can have the smile because it's confirmation bias,
right,
or
confirmation bias.
Have the prerogative to totally ignore it, as if I wasn't searching there, I'd ignore it. Or there again, people on the fence, newer people that don't know, maybe it gives them direction.
I think Jeremy's comment, and Hooley's for that matter, should be highlighted and spoken about. Let me come up with a good soundboard for it. Hooley says, hilarious that Cynthia, who spent a ton of time with Forrest, thinks it may be unfair. And then we have Jeremy, that she says this is for new searchers, here in a moment, and Jack joined, then is really telling.
Well, that was some weird shit.
Or not. But, and then one last thing that sort of sounds, I don't know. One of the things I thought about is like, okay, what if I really luck out and I find the chest in Yellowstone or Yellowstone area, and since Ralph already interviewed me and knows me, what if Ralph writes an article about me and he says, oh yeah, I remember this woman. I interviewed her back in April in Santa Fe, and I told her at the time that Fenn slipped, and I told her it was in Yellowstone. So is that covering my ass?
Mm-hmm.
Sort of.
Right.
That it is, this is public now. I mean, I could have made it public that he said that to me and this was a reason, just by sending an email with a date stamp on it. Mm-hmm. But that was one thing I did think about, because I don't want him coming back later on if I luck out and find it.
Jack said he found a slip up that nobody but him found.
Ben.
Yet Cynthia is just flat out saying Forrest slipped up, it's in Yellowstone. In 2018, when Jack says, I know it's in Yellowstone.
Can we go to Santa Fe articles and look for that reporter Ralph and see what exactly was corresponded between Cynthia and him? Because now I want to know.
How do I look that up?
I don't know. Does anyone know the last name of this reporter, Ralph something? Is it even Ralph? Like, does that person exist, or is that code name for Jack? Because Jack was media before, like, so many different variations. And you know what I honestly think, Ben? A small piece of me thinks that it's possible Cynthia was the silent partner of Jack, aka the Condor 2. I honestly God believe it.
She talks about.
Sorry, Galaxy.
She also talks about in another video where she takes out a guy named Jonathan and his family searching.
I'm sorry, what? She does?
She says in another video that she takes out a guy named Jonathan and his family searching.
What year?
I'm not sure on the year. Probably 2018, 2019.
My brain is going to explode. Do you know which video that one is?
Actually, it was on Amy Seek's channel, which all those are deleted. I'm not sure. I might have even saved it though, but it was before Jack was public.
I'm starting to wonder if Cynthia made this name up.
Do we know if they mention specifically where she takes them to go searching?
Yes.
Where?
Obviously, it's in Yellowstone.
Yeah, but where in Yellowstone, Galaxy?
I'm not sure. I'd have to. I remember she makes some remarks about the area and like the color of the rocks.
You know what's interesting about using the word? You know what's interesting about using the name Ralph for Forrest Fenn?
Breaks the internet?
No, it doesn't. If you type in Ralph and Forrest Fenn, all you're going to get is Ralph Lauren articles with
No, don't do Forrest Fenn. Do Cynthia Meacham / Ralph.
Purposely buried. This is a fake name. She's using a fake name. There is no Ralph that was covering Forrest Fenn treasure hunts in the time span in which Cynthia is talking. There is no Ralph at the Santa Fe. What? His
Let it
real
play
name
a little
is
bit.
Ralph. Well, there you go.
What did you say, Galaxy?
If you let it play a little bit longer, she gets to the part where she mentions Dan Barbarisi's book in 2020 and it being found.
Vertigo says, good heavens, she was referring to Brit Chaser.
What? Brit Chaser is a media reporter named Ralph?
And this is supposed to detract from the conspiracy? You're just saying there's another searcher who's influenced, who's also a writer, Vertigo? Is that what you're saying?
That makes no sense. That makes no sense. Ralph isn't his real name. ChasingFennTreasure.com. Oh, click that link, Ben. That's her blog. She might mention it.
Oh my God, what is going on?
I don't know, rabbit holes. This is why I can never go deep down them, because it's like 1,000 things in one. I don't know,
Let me click the link.
My pics are driving me crazy right now. Like, what the fuck?
Hold on one second.
My brain is melting.
I want him to play where she talks about Barbarisi's book.
All roads lead to Cynthia. Every single one of them, Galaxy. Every single one of them. My brain hurts.
It's almost like it was known that it was going to be found before he died.
Yeah, especially because we were talking before you jumped on, so you missed it. The time in which I was interviewing Dale and Cynthia, they already had correspondence and was tipped off by Forrest entertaining retrieving the chest and photographing it in situ. Remember?
Uh-huh.
So they're like literally on my panel doing this huge interview talking about how everyone's going searching for it. It's going to be an awesome search season when they fucking very well know it's not supposed to be happening. I can't.
I don't even know where to go with this right now. All right, let's just
click
keep
the
listening.
link.
Click the link. Oh, that's
No,
right.
no. Let it play another minute or two
Okay,
All right.
fine.
until she says that.
All right.
Saying, hey, I'm the one that told you that's where it is.
So I've got a question from Dagmar Did It, and she wants to know, Cynthia, does the media pay you for your interviews?
No,
They don't.
no.
They're all done. What you're going to find is that the media thinks it's your privilege that they've decided to interview you. And when you get called by the media, I'm going to highly recommend that you agree to the interview. It's in your best interest to do so. But you remember those two rules that I stated earlier: the difference between on the record and off the record, and the fact that the non-disclosure is one-sided. You can't talk about it, but they can. Lori James, okay, we already answered that. We answered that. Dr. Brown says, Cynthia, do you wear snake skins?
Everybody right now. He just said Dr. Brown. Dr. Brown. Do you know who Dr. Brown is, everybody? His name is Dr. Emmett Brown. He's in Back to the fucking Future.
Are you reading Gallatin's
I'm not
comment?
done. I'm not fucking done. Do you know do you know the profession of Dr. Emmett Brown? A blacksmith in the 1800s. Do you know the profession of Forrest Fenn's grandfather, Emmett? He was a blacksmith. Do you know when Dr. Emmett Brown died in the 1800s in Back to the Future 3? September 7.
Hey, Ben.
September 7.
Read Gallatin's comment.
All right, read Gallatin's comments. Is that what you said?
Yes.
Naked people again in chat. Oh, well, there's mods here. They can get rid of them. My friend Emmett is a blacksmith. John Titor understands.
That's
what is going on in this bullshit? What is going on? Am I mansplaining, Jeremy?
So Gallatin's comment is Fenn responding to a comment about Ralph.
I posted that. Hold on, let me post it again. Here we go. Forrest Fenn's response. Cynthia, I did not slip with Ralph. I was very careful in my discussions with him. He did talk to other members of my family, and I was present most of the time.
So is Ralph Brit Chaser, or is Ralph the media person?
Sounds like it's been done on purpose to confuse.
Ugh, brain. Did we get to the Barbarisi part yet?
I don't even think we have. Let's get to it.
On your boots on the ground searches.
I do not. I'm not afraid of no little stinking rattlesnakes.
Calazars, our friend Mike Cowley, would like to know, did Ralph say if he was putting this information into the article? And I suppose that means the fact that the information that Fenn dropped or had a slip up, and it led the journalist to Yellowstone.
No, he is not.
Yeah.
I asked when Ralph wouldn't tell me at the moment. I asked him if he would put it in the article, and he said no. And then that's when he said, you know, if I saw a magician's trick, it's not fair to the magician. It's not fair to Fenn. So no, he is not going to put it in the article.
So the kid asks, and he answers his own question, but I'm going to ask the question anyway because I know the answer, and I believe you know the answer. I'm going to ask the first part of it and ignore the rest of it. So, AGK, where are these searchers' names, apparently the ones that are interviewed by the media, for interviews coming from? Where did they get the names for the people to interview?
I actually hand out names by permission. I've almost always, after I interview with a writer, they will ask me, do I know anybody else that they can talk to? And I have a short list of folks in New Mexico who have given me permission to give them their emails. So I usually only give out an email, and I tell the journalist to please email this person, and then if they want to exchange a phone number or whatever, they can.
So,
and then back to other searchers. Most of the media is so savvy that all they have to do is Google Forrest Fenn, and they get up, what is there, 1 billion YouTube channel now?
It's a lot of them.
And one of the things I always ask the journalists when I first talk to them is, how did you find me? And anymore, probably 75% of the time, it's because they found my website. So this is this year. It wasn't always, or it came from Dale. And every now and then maybe Forrest, but I don't even think they go to Forrest anymore because
you don't have to.
Dale is such a big name in the blog community that if they ask Dale, he often will send them to me, or like I said, they just find me through the Google and my website.
Yeah. So let me give you a little background on that as well. Generally speaking, if you're writing for a large publication, whether print or online.
Let me pause it for a second, guys. Sorry about that. I had to deal with a discipline issue. Anyway, so anything I missed in that segment, guys?
My brain hurts.
It should be coming up in just a minute.
Okay, cool. All right, so we're on our way. Let's get there. Let's listen. Let's see what this is intriguing.
Or if you're setting up a recorded interview, but let's say the print publication, you're going to have someone assigned to you called a research assistant, and their job is to go out and find sources for you. What I mean by sources, if it's the kind of article that's going to require a lot of interviews, they're going to help you find sources. They're going to validate those sources. So the more often you use your real name rather than a forum name or a screen name, the more likely it is that research assistant is going to find you. Now, the first place that they go to is Google, and they enter, like Cynthia said, Forrest Fenn treasure, and names start popping up. So if you're Toby Eunice and you have a YouTube channel with Shelley Carvey, your name's going to pop up. If you respond a lot in the forums, or you have a lot of posts in the forums, that name will pop up, but it's going to be your forum name. So their job is to produce that kind of research that gets them started. Then as a journalist, what you're going to do is, after you complete an interview with that individual, you're going to ask them if they can provide you additional names. And as Cynthia's done the wise thing, ask permission in advance. If the situation happens to you and the journalist asks you if you know of anyone else who's in the search community that would make an interesting interview, then if you already have permission for them, give them their email address. Don't give them a phone number. Their email address is fine. If you don't have permission from them, the way that you handle it is you tell the journalist to give you their email address, talk to the person who you think would make a good reference, and have them send an email to the journalist agreeing to the interview in advance. So, but it's not hard to get them. And yeah, it seems to me that the community is growing larger, and so more and more people are getting on in the interviews. And I wanted to address that as well, because earlier Cynthia was talking about Fenn's strategy here. My sense is that, tactically speaking, Fenn has a very broad communication strategy. As long as he's alive, we're going to see him talk about this treasure hunt. And we're going to believe that he's going to have slip-ups that we're going to incorporate into our solutions. But I think his tactics are changing. I think he's moving away from video recorded and perhaps even audio recorded interviews. And I think part of that is due to Fenn is a proud and sometimes vain man. And when you're that age, you don't show up well on camera. You're starting to experience those breathing problems. You're hard of hearing. So because he's a proud.
I disagree with some of this, but we'll keep going.
He drones on.
Yeah.
More and more avoid those video recorded interviews. When he said in the Nightlight interview that might be his last one, I'm pretty sure that's what he meant. But that doesn't prevent him from doing these interviews that are not recorded other than by a journalist's audio recorder in print or online publications. I think we'll start to see more and more of those. In addition to that, it strikes me that Fenn is building up what I'd refer to as a cadre of trusted public relations agents of the category, and that's not a negative, of the category of Cynthia or Jenny Kyle or Dale Neitzel, or in the case of most recently, Richard McDonald, the Illinois Ghost, and Mike Howling. I've noticed that he's communicating, we're going to talk about this tomorrow night, he's communicating with more and more people, and that's getting the word out, and it's dropping this language that helps keep the search at the top of the search list. And of course, he enhanced all of that when he said he expected it to be found, or that he had a sense that it was going to be found this summer. So he's a strategically savvy guy. He's also a very tactically savvy guy. And I think what we're seeing with all this activity, especially in print, and what I mean by print is actually print publications or online versions of those publications, I think we're going to continue to see activity as long as he is physically capable. But I think we're also going to see less and less of him in video, filmed or video interviews. So let me get to questions here for you.
Are we there yet?
I'm a little lost right now, so I apologize.
You just want to torture us at this point.
That was the longest rant ever. I was just waiting for Cynthia to speak.
We'll keep playing. We'll figure it out.
Cynthia, do you make sure you are not being followed? I imagine when you're going out on your recons.
I have never seen anyone following me. In New Mexico, there was hardly anyone that lives here. There's hardly any. I mean, I shouldn't make light of this. There really are a lot of treasure hunters in New Mexico. I have the good fortune of being able to search Monday through Friday. I don't have to wait till a weekend. As far as I know, I have never, definitely never been followed by anybody else I thought was a searcher. And on the trails and then off the trails where I went, there's just not many people there.
Yeah, we don't.
So, no, I don't ever think that anyone followed me, and I don't watch for it.
We have said consistently now over the past, 5 years, that we have yet to meet anybody on the trail that's indicated an interest in this search. And even more interesting to me, we've been in areas like Lander and Salida and Taos and other cities and towns where we ask questions of people. And generally speaking, it is rare that we find anybody that even knows about the search, much less is interested in the search. So Cynthia, question for you. Is it possible that, and she says the interviewer, I'm sure she means Ralph, is just saying Yellowstone and is planning actually to go somewhere else?
I did not get an indication that he was tricking me or going anywhere else. I really think he's too new. He's not savvy enough to even come up with something like that, in my opinion. And there again, we shouldn't criticize Ralph for being naive. It's just the way it is when you first start.
Is Ralph just a code name for Dan Barbarisi?
I'm trying to figure that out because apparently there's an article written by this Ralph person.
I'm starting to wonder if Ralph was Dan Barbarisi.
I'm starting to wonder if
somebody
Ralph
else has said to me.
Jack.
Say again, Galaxy?
That's what Brian Gates has said to me too.
Brian Gates thinks Ralph is Dan Barbarisi?
He said that same question you just said.
Okay, interesting. Okay.
Out. And he doesn't have this whole community that he could even, I don't think he was on any of the blogs ahead of time.
No.
And he was so green. I even talked like about Donnie in TTOTC. I can't remember what we were talking about, and I said something about I wished I could have been young back when Forrest and Donnie were friends and running around Yellowstone. And he just looked at me and he said, "Who's Donnie?" So I mean,
Guys.
So Ralph, obviously he had done some homework in order to interview Forrest, but he really didn't even know the book like we do. So I don't think he was smart enough to even know how to trick me, or he was really smart and he got me good. I don't know, but I don't think so.
My estimation of the conversations that you described having with him are that naive is probably a good word. He hadn't done any back research, hadn't read the book, probably hadn't seen any of the interviews that Fenn has done. I'm like that whatever Fenn said to him that stimulated him to start, buying tickets for Yellowstone was something that the rest of the search community or anybody who's been in this for any length of time has probably heard before. But because he heard it for the first time, he probably felt like that was just some great revelation.
Hold on, Ben, pause real fast.
Yeah.
So Gallatin just sent me a link for, I guess, the Ralph person, right? But this doesn't make sense. So Vertigo said Ralph. Oh shit, sorry. Never mind. This was not Gallatin who sent it. Vertigo said Ralph was Brit Chaser. But what I'm having a trouble understanding is throughout this entire interview, both Cynthia and Toby are referring to Ralph as a media person. So how exactly can a searcher be a media person, specifically someone who's all the way across the pond?
This is an article from Cynthia Meacham that says, "Let's level the playing field. Update with response from Forrest." Sunday, April 29, 2018. I'm going to read it fast, folks. I don't want to sound like Rachel Maddow, a political newscaster on MSNBC. Thanks for that, Cynthia. And blow this out of proportion with a bunch of drama, but that's exactly what I'm going to do. And then when I say I have to say, it's a major letdown. A couple of days ago, I wrote an account of my interview and search with Ralph, who is writing a big article about Forrest for a big magazine. Gee, I wonder what the magazine is, Candy and Galaxy. Could it be Outside Magazine? Where Forrest is seen taking a picture with the fucking owner and Dan Barbarisi writes for? Let's continue. A couple of days ago, I wrote an account of my interview and search with Ralph, who's writing a big article about Forrest for a big magazine. Ralph had spent the better part of the previous day interviewing Forrest at his home and also had conversations with Peggy and Shiloh. A couple days later, Forrest replied to a question from K-Pro, which she posted on Thor. Marketing. Part of Fenn's answer was, "I liked this writer and we had a great time together." Maybe he spilled his guts to Ralph. Oh, Cynthia, are you breaking news for us? Wouldn't that be nice, especially if the good stuff makes the magazine? We'll just have to wait and see. But as Ralph talked to me about his day with Forrest as we returned to the plaza in downtown Santa Fe, remember how I wrote that he thought Forrest slipped and told him something, like a hint. Again, thanks, Cynthia. We know what slip means. Unfortunately, Ralph would not reveal what that slip was, nor would he tell me any of the details he and Forrest discussed and what would likely make the magazine article. But I want to level the playing field with where Ralph thinks Forrest hid the chest. It was sort of amusing to me the way Ralph told me. He just finished telling me he couldn't share what Forrest said when he slipped, but then continued without hesitation with, "I think he hid the treasure chest, ... Okay, Great writing so far. I was invited to be on the panel on A Gypsy's Kiss live YouTube chat Wednesday night. I'm pretty sure that's the one we're watching. Toby said the topic is going to be about the latest media blitz that Forrest is doing and why. What changed? I think K-Pro already got Fenn's response to that. So if I don't know if the topic will change between now and Wednesday. Either way, I will announce where Ralph told me he thinks Forrest hid the loot. Of course, this is his opinion. I mean, Ralph's opinion. Writing like Forrest. After having spent 8 hours interviewing Fenn and Peggy and Shiloh at his home, setting Shiloh up for the mantle he might be about to take. Has anyone wondered how much information Forrest gives the writers when they interview him for a big article in a big magazine? 8 hours is a lot of words, and most of them will never reach print. She's right about that. We searchers will never see them. Does Forrest understand that even though the writer-journalist wasn't a Fenn treasure hunter before the interview, if he gives them enough information, they may become a treasure hunter afterwards? I don't know. That's an interesting question, Cynthia. Ralph emailed me today. He just got his plane tickets to his search area. I'll try to meet up with him for a drink in June if time allows. Tune into AGK Wednesday night at 7, or wait until it ends and I will update this article. Like I said, this is just one guy's opinion, and I will either only confirm where you already are planning on searching, or you can totally ignore his opinion by hoping Forrest doesn't give the writers/journalists, that's what Jack is, any useful information. Update. Forrest sent me this response late this evening and asked me to post it. Cynthia, I did not slip with Ralph. I was very careful in my discussions with him. He did talk with other members of my family, and I was present for most of the time. It doesn't matter anyway, because no one knows where the treasure is but me.
So, anyone curious to see if the dogged reporter is named Ralph or not? Because that's totally in my brain right now.
Hold on, Toby just jumped in. Toby says, Treasure Warriors, read Dan's book. He explains how he got interested in searching. Toby, I fully appreciate that, and I fully hear you on that.
But who's Ralph?
I don't necessarily believe all of the words Toby has printed, specifically in his book.
But you got Toby right here.
Oh, I said that wrong. I don't believe all the words that Dan used specifically in Dan's book. And so, Toby, I don't know if Dan's telling the whole truth and nothing but the truth.
Ben.
Yeah.
You literally... Okay, so everyone's basically thinking Ralph is Dan Barbarisi, which is sus as F if he's using a fake pseudonym just like Dale did and others.
Do you see what
Tell
Toby
them
just
that
said
Ralph
here?
is a code name for Dan Barbarisi. That is bullshit!
Whoa, 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 whoa. You were just about to say this. You were just about to say that Ralph
No,
is Dan
what I'm saying is
Barbarisi,
it's
and then
bullshit
Toby
because this
saying
gives so
that.
much validity to Stephanie's fucking theory.
Whoa, 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 calm down. All right, let's rewind. Let's backtrack a little bit. Okay, where are you coming from? So Toby says, Ashley, because I'm not reading the chat, right? Obviously, he's reaching out to Ashley so I can see this. Tell Ben that Ralph is a code name for Dan Barbarisi. What's the reaction to that?
My reaction is Stephanie has been saying for a while that she is very sus of Dan Barbarisi creating Jack Stoof to cover the fact that he's the one that found it. And I'm starting to believe her now. I'm really starting to believe her. Look at the characters involved. Cynthia, Jack, and Dan.
Hey, Candy, let me ask you a question. Sidebar. Galaxy, you too. If this was all scripted by Forrest Fenn, is this not fun?
It's horrible.
It's fun. Galaxy, go.
I still think there's 2, but that's what I'm thinking.
There's something going on, and there's something super intriguing about this. And 9 times out of 10, it's by design. I don't want to show off. I'm not going to. I don't get intrigued by things that and typically end up in bullshit. If they do end up in bullshit, it's catastrophic bullshit, and you already should have been into it. For instance, the Fire Party, FYRE, if you remember that, and the
Fire
crazy
Festival.
Yes, Fire Festival. Thank you. Like, I got intrigued in that. I knew it was fake. I knew it was fake from the fucking second it happened, but I followed it every minute. Like, this is different. There's something going on here at the end of this that's intriguing enough for me to completely shift my entire life to figure out what's going on.
Hey, Ben.
Yeah.
I'm starting to believe it's possible Dan Barbarisi is in the Wood 33.
I think anything's on the table. I don't know.
Why did Dan Barbarisi have to use a pseudonym? Why?
Jack used a pseudonym or Fenn used a pseudonym for Jack. He called him Willie or Billy.
Who do you know? Okay, go back to the original. Like, I'm not telling you to actually do it. I'm just saying, remember the original Medium article that dropped about the Finder? Do you remember the way in which they described how obsessed they were and how much they like ripped apart Yellowstone or not Yellowstone, just ripped apart the area looking and stuff? Go back to Barbarisi's book. Beep is the one that is obsessed.
What's going on right now?
I'm irritated right now. I'm irritated.
Just when I'm getting bored, they pull me back in.
I'm going back to Grail lore. F all of you.
Oh my God. What is this? I'm out of beer. I don't have enough beer for this.
You guys know that interview that they do in, I think it's Fenn's Den, where the guy sounds like Jack too?
Yeah. No, I Galaxy, on this one, I reached out, and I reached out to both the people who did the New Mexico tourism video that ended up being an hour long for a 2-minute commercial, by the way. They only ever used that interview for a 2-minute commercial, an hour-long interview for a 2-minute commercial. Think about that. And I contacted both of the people in that interview, and only one responded. And at least I got them on record saying they don't know who Jack Stoof is and they've never met him. That doesn't mean they're not lying. At least have them on record, though, should this ever come up again.
It just sounds so much like him.
If they do know Jack Stoof, if Jack was in that room, they are on record with me saying no. And they could be lying. I don't know.
Ben, I have Dan Barbarisi on record when I got to interview him for the first time that he in fact had over 8 hours of interview footage with Fenn that he refused to share.
Oh, there it is. I mean, come on. This is exactly what Toby's saying. Candy confirms. He quotes the 8-hour number. This is happening. Cynthia was talking to fucking Dan Barbarisi the whole goddamn time. Do you not see the fucking script that's playing out in front of you?
You got to get to the part where it says that Dan's writing the book for 2020, and that hopefully it'll be found by then.
I feel like we need to send the link to Stephanie.
Sorry, Candy.
No, I'm saying we should also send the link to Stephanie right now because she's been saying this and I've kind of just been like writing her off like, alrighty, whatever, until now. Now I'm like, holy shit, I think Stephanie holds 100% validity with what she's been talking about.
Oh my God. Jack is right. I need to calm down.
No, I'm pissed.
I'm pissed too, but I need to calm down. It's the only way to
Why
remain
is it that they keep getting away with pseudonyms and lying and getting insider information? Look, when I had
You know
not
the
even
best
2
pseudonym?
hours.
I'm gonna leave you with a good pseudonym, okay? And I'm gonna have another smoke break. We're gonna keep fucking going. We're not done. We're just getting started.
When
But I'm gonna leave you with a pseudonym, okay?
But when I had 2 hours with Fenn, I shared every single detail that he gave me.
Mm-hmm.
These people are assholes.
Yeah.
Are
No,
you
I'm well.
kidding me?
I'm just gonna let this whole scene play, so that you can hear how the writers talk about it. Guys, Candy, I'm gonna mute you. Galaxy, I'm gonna mute you. I will be back before this scene ends, so it's okay. That's why I'm gonna mute you. And we're blowing this whole fucking thing up.
Bourbon and soda.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Is there anything else I can do for you, sir?
I suppose we'll find out, won't we? Miss,
Yes, Mr. Kipper.
you might have to take a look at that note. I have a bomb. See you again someday. Brother, Heimdall, you better be ready.
What's up, everybody? I'm Langston Belton, and I am joined by the cast and creative team of Marvel Studios' Loki. Hello, everyone. All right, let's get into it. So, at the end of episode 1, we find out that there are multiple Lokis out there. So, Tom, what was it like approaching this role with that knowledge?
Well, we contain multitudes, as the saying goes. I found there's so many multifaceted aspects of his character which often exist within him, either in concert or in conflict. And
All right. I read a comment, and I think they're right. I might actually get taken down for this, so I'm not going to continue with that. Just so while I have my break. How about Candy and Galaxy just chit chat while I go take a break for a second instead of anything else? Treasure Warriors, maybe Jack's 2 vids are very specific because there's more to this whole thing. I completely agree, Sherry. Sherry, you are someone who can unlock shit like this. I'm all in with that. You two talk. I'll be back.
I swear to fucking cat. I'm gonna beat this cat. Get away from there right now. I'm not dealing with you. No. Get away. You get out. Get out. I don't care. Get now. My God. This cat's an a-hole. Knock it off. Little butthole. My cat's a butthead. I know. I don't care. My cat's being a brat. No, I'm talking about murdering my cat at the moment. No worries. Galaxy, are you still there? Galaxy?
Yeah, I'm still here.
I'm like, are you live? Are you annoyed like I am? I'm annoyed.
I'm annoyed that I can't find where she says that.
I find it fascinating that you are the one that just broke all of this open.
I mean, I don't know if I really did or not.
I mean,
It's
technically, I think you kind of did.
Do you really think Barbarisi would be the one that found it?
It's starting to make a lot of sense. So, he's the only one with the book deal, right? And I have my interview I did with him for his first book interview. There's a lot of interesting information. And one of the things he talked about really stood out to me pertaining to the book deal that he mentioned. I'm going to have to go back and rewatch that to reiterate that point. But it kind of seems like he's been running point this entire time.
I don't know if I agree with that. He honestly seems like he doesn't know much about the book though at all.
Because, okay, what's the one thing that stands out to you when you read the book?
Barbarisi's book?
Mm-hmm.
I did not read it.
What are you doing? You just stalked his interviews, but you didn't read the book. Come on, Galaxy. Okay, one very important detail that stuck out to me when I read his book, and I listened to it and read it, so I did twice. He said, him and Beep said that didn't matter what, at all costs, they would protect their identities and never let the community know they were the finders.
Huh.
So that right there is sus. The fact that he used a pseudonym to meet with Forrest through Cynthia. What the hell? And then, I mean, Stephanie has had this theory that Forrest always intended to give the chest to Cynthia, right? But couldn't because of certain information and how the community would react negatively towards it. This is just her theories, right? And she's always claimed that information that Barbarisi got from her is what caused them to work together, and Cynthia and Barbarisi teamed up to do this. And she's like adamant that Jack Stoof is the concoction of Cynthia and Barbarisi. And I always wrote her off like, oh, right, okay, I'll entertain some stuff you say, but never that one until now. Because I didn't know until this very moment the existence of Ralph, or the fact that the pseudonym of Dan Barbarisi, Ralph. That's just blowing my mind right now.
It is kind of strange looking back now on all these times that she's been on the panels and she just kind of sits there. Like she's just an observer.
No, she is. Because when I was at the Fenn finale in 2019, I remember DJ was like over it. He's like, I want to leave. We have to fly out in the morning and everything. So long story short, I went up to hug Fenn and I give him a hug and I said goodbye. And I remember as I was leaving, I look over my shoulder and Cynthia was leaning over asking Forrest, who is that? Kind of like she was keeping tabs. I swear. I don't like it. And I mean, come on, think about it. Galaxy, the day it was announced the chest was found, Cynthia and Matt were at Forrest's house and she literally was talking like, I have the message. She said she was counting her coins, celebrating. She was happy as a clam. I don't care what kind of context you could say. Like, Christy claimed that Cynthia was heartbroken, but that is not what I saw. I was heartbroken. Davia was heartbroken. Everyone under the sun, aside from Cynthia and Christy and Matt, were heartbroken. Like, and then how do you explain the week before it's put out there that she wants me to sign a contract finding the treasure?
I guess you screwed up.
No, I would never want to do that. I'm saying it's so sus, it's beyond sus. It's like sus on sus on sus. Ugh. That is so infuriating. Right in front of our fucking noses this entire time. Has anyone went to Medium and seen exactly how, if you do flag a error in an article, if it will allow you to reach that person? I mean, that was Barbarisi's excuse, right, on how he contacted Jack. But has any of us ever actually tried it to see if it is real?
Why have to go that way anyways? Like, why couldn't he obviously has a connection to Fenn. Why would he have to use some loophole to get there?
Yeah.
Why couldn't he just make a phone call and say, hey, that guy that found it, here's my email in case he ever wants to anonymously contact me?
Why didn't anyone subpoena for Barbarisi's emails? Or Cynthia's? I know they were trying to subpoena for Christie's, but why didn't they go after Barbarisi's correspondence, especially Cynthia's correspondence? Like, the one thing I've noticed, and it just keeps popping up over and over, their egos are their weakness, honestly. So I want to say the Fine video is probably the one video that could probably explain a lot that we haven't noticed before. I'm so mad right now. Barbarisi has a lot of explaining to do.
It sucks that Cynthia's videos on Amy's channel are all gone.
Yeah. Why is Five Leaf saying I'm the key? I'm tired of being told that. Clearly, I'm not the key. In the same video, Toby and Cynthia talk about Dan Barbarisi, so not sure if Ralph, the journalist, is Dan. Toby says yes in chat, but not sure about that. What's Toby saying else on chat? Dan did not use a pseudonym. Before he interviewed Shelley and I, we signed an NDA, which required us to avoid discussing him or the book on our show. Ralph is an invention of Cynthia. Oh, so you're saying Cynthia invented Ralph? Did she also invent Jack Stoof?
Dizzy Dean, I believe it says, hey. Oh. I took your wrench? Is that what you're saying?
I would be careful with that. Is that the real Dizzy Dean or the fake Dizzy Dean?
That's what I'm wondering.
Only Hooli can answer that one.
I don't know what's going on right now.
I gotta go murder my cat.
No, strange. He never mentioned it. Toby, this is what you said. Dan did not use a pseudonym. Dan didn't say he was Ralph. Cynthia created the moniker of Ralph, which is more than likely, I guess, if her dad's name was Ralph, she just used that name. But obviously, she's on some kind of scripted instruction here. I mean, this is yikes. Yikes, man. I mean, I see you go talking about my poem, but like, I kind of don't give a shit about my poem right now. What the fuck?
So, like, how far back does this NDA with Toby, Cynthia, and Barbarisi go?
I don't know. And Ashley's kind of asking the same thing here. Does this mean what Fenn
Send Toby
has?
the link. He's in chat, isn't he?
Hold on. Ashley's asking a very strangely pertinent question here. Does this mean what Fenn had with Preston, he found in Dan and Jack? Let's rewind here for a second. Forrest Fenn, writer. Eric Sloan, writer. Doug Preston, writer. Tony Ducopoli, writer.
Ducopel,
writer. Ralph Dan Barbarisi, writer. Our finder, writer. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I look at my fingers and I see not coincidence, but providence. The truth hidden in plain sight. We are being lied to. And if you don't understand it as of yet, like I said to K-Pro, and like I posted many fucking times, and I'll do it right now.
Ben, I sent you the clip in the chat. It's perfect time to play it.
I don't know if you could post links so you don't have a wrench.
Yeah, where did you send me that?
In the StreamYard chat.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna do this for you, Galaxy, because you, Galaxy, this is just a link to the. Wait, hold on. This is different. Okay, hold on. This is to Galaxy. A, I'm gonna hit subscribe. B, I'm gonna hit like. All right, I'm gonna start back at 0. Hold on. We're gonna do Galaxy's clip real quick, and then we'll go to mine.
Through their maps and everything. So let's say Barbarisi interviewed a dozen searchers and he's getting all their information. I think his project's multiple years in the making. I think his book is estimated to be published like in 2020.
Mhm.
I or someone hopefully will have found the treasure by then. But regardless, so I think one of the things the searchers maybe aren't even thinking about is we're also willing to spill our guts and our ideas to a journalist. Well, has anyone considered what if a journalist sits down and compile the searches and the information from 30 people? Could they possibly put something together from all the information we were giving them?
I mean, that's plain as day, folks. It's plain as fucking day. Hold on. I'm going to meet you guys again just because I'm going to play this fucking clip, because you're either too stupid to see it or you're in on it. We're at that point.
Four reels, sevens across three $15,000 jackpots. Do you have any idea what the odds are?
Shoot, it's got to be in the millions, maybe more.
3 fucking jackpots in 20 minutes? Why didn't you pull the machines? Why didn't you call me?
Well, it happened so quick. 3 guys won. I didn't have a chance to call.
You didn't see the scan? You didn't see what was going on?
Well, there's no way to determine that.
Yes, there is. An infallible way. They won.
What's a casino? People got to win sometimes.
What? You're pissing me off. Now you're insulting my intelligence. What do you think, I'm a fucking idiot? You know goddamn well somebody had to get into those machines and set those fucking reels. The probability on one 4-wheel machine is 1.5 million to 1. On 3 machines in a row, it's in the billions. It cannot happen. Would not happen. You fucking Momo, what's the matter with you? Didn't you see you being set up on the second win? You didn't see that you were being set up on the second win?
I really think you're overreacting.
This is fucking Yoko. How did you? I've been carrying your ass in this place ever since I got it. Get your ass and get your things and get out of here.
You firing me?
I'm firing you. No, I'm not firing. I'm firing you.
You might regret this, Mr. Rothstein.
I'll regret it even more if I keep you on.
There's another way to treat people.
Listen, if you didn't know you're being scammed, you're too fucking dumb to keep this job. If you did know you were in on it, either way, you're out. Get out. Come on, let's go.
I can't sum it up any better than that.
Hey, Ben.
Yeah.
Now that we know who Ralph is, shouldn't we be able to find this article that Barbarisi wrote about Cynthia before the release of the book?
Yep.
Read his book. I've read it, Toby. I've read it. I've listened to it. I've dissected the hell out of it. I'm sorry. I like you, but this is sus as fuck, and not even you can convince me otherwise. Like, this is the sussiest sus of susness.
I don't think that Toby is trying to convince you otherwise.
No, I think he is, because he's saying read the book, and I've read it, I've consumed it, I've interviewed him twice. Like,
No, think about what he's really saying. He's saying read the book. Read Dan Barbarisi's words. Memorize them.
Yeah, you know what I remember from that book, Ben?
Compare them to what. If anything, I think maybe Toby's saying
read between the lines.
There's something here to read between the lines. Correct.
Hey Ben, do you know what I like noticed that stuck out to me throughout all the book? Every single time Barbarisi and Beep brought up ever finding the chest, they made it a point to never let the community know that they were the finders. Just saying.
Just saying.
Where's that article? Where's the Barbarisi article?
Toby says, I don't try to convince anyone of anything. It's a waste of my time.
I can gladly say that is not accurate whatsoever, because I've called in and had conversations with Toby many times on AGK, and the majority of our conversations was him trying to convince me otherwise. And he knows I'm telling the truth too. He knows.
I don't know. So I can't comment. All I know is we're at 3.5 hours. Galaxy brought us interesting info that needed our attention, and it has it now.
Is it the book though, or is it the article?
Who cares? When I say who cares, I mean this all seems planned. This all seems planned. What?
Go back to the NDA. So if Toby and Cynthia had to sign an NDA with Barbarisi and use him as an alias for the pseudonym Ralph, doesn't that kind of fall back into the category of the auction website then with the NDAs? Or am I just like stretching something?
Well, what I'd like to know is, did this NDA end? Toby is bringing it up freely. Is that NDA, are the terms of the NDA expired? How is he bringing this up if he's under NDA, unless they're expired?
I want to know why Toby was the first one to ever like believe in the auction website, and then recently, while he was interviewing Barbarisi, he now rescinded his belief in the auction website when, in fact, we found so much evidence to prove validity behind it. I want to know.
The auction site got me yelled at quite a bit behind the scenes. However, behind the scenes, I was also, listen, I'm the one to say that K-Pro flat out told me, Forrest said, go against the auction site.
Go hard against it.
Go hard against it.
The same day it got shut down.
I would say that. She didn't refute it. She ended up kind of confirming it, but there's smoke to this fire.
So why did Toby suddenly rescind it? He was the first to believe in it.
Toby says NDA ended with the publication of the book. I don't know that Toby ever rescinded it or took it back.
No, he did. The last time he was interviewing Barbarisi on his channel, I was in chat. I super chatted the question, and it was targeted to ask for Barbarisi, but Toby answered it, and he rescinded it. He rescinded it.
I'm going to show you all something that I've never shown, just for shits and giggles. Just for shits and giggles. Because you know why? I'm high as fuck, and I'm a little buzzed. Toby, when I say high as fuck, this is my own language. This is my own generation's language. I don't mean it to sound like a degenerate, because I'm not a degenerate. Not to Toby only, but like to everybody. There's a weird rap about me going on, and I had to actually show the email where Doug Preston says, "Yeah, Ben, I don't believe the lies that are being said about you." And I had to actually show the context of the previous email that I sent him so people would believe me, but they did, and they saw it. Anyway, what was I looking up on Twitter?
I don't know. Maybe the payoff. I don't know.
God damn. Oh, Mike McDonald. Thank you. Mike. Oh, I should just go to my messages. That's what I was going to show. Search messages. Mike. There can't be that many Mikes. Mike McDonald right there. Okay. Let me see what I can show here. I'll get rid of the hide comment. Can I just do this? I just want to do the messages. Why do I have to? All right, whatever. So, Mike, the first message available, I don't know how to address this. Fuck. I think I fucked up. Hold on. Mike's message to me here is, "Hey, sure, I'll take them," parentheses. "Just as a heads up for that $10,000 reward, I'll give them out based on what proportionally contributed to him coming out for his find. So if his Reddit post doesn't contribute to him eventually coming out, etc., then I won't give the reward." Fuck. That was June 9, 2020, ladies and gentlemen. If you can. Oh, I'm not even showing the right screen. Hold on. Let me. Shit. Maybe I didn't fuck up. Share screen. Nope, that's the wrong fucking screen. Hold on. Remove. Where's this Twitter thing? There's the flies. Let's go. Oh, I was already showing it, wasn't I? I just clicked out of it. That's what I did wrong. Okay, so remove.
Hey, Ben.
I really fucked up.
Don't you find it fascinating that Barbarisi not only is the only person to have correspondence with Jack before he was outed as the finder, but also got to write an entire ending based off of him, and also was the only one that got to touch the treasure?
I find that interesting. I find it humorous when
There's a big difference in using evidence to support a theory versus evidence modified to fit the theory. The second is not science. Okay, Toby, I will keep in mind that I adore you, and I don't think you're trying to be dickish with that response, but please refer back to Packer Jack, my research, and Ben's research. There is more than trying to make it support versus there's actually validity to it.
Can I interject for a second? Toby's making a salient point, and it's a point I kind of try to make with you sometimes. I'm guilty of it too, so don't take this as me trying to act holier than thou. Because I do it all the time with DB Cooper. I'm well aware of it. I'm well aware. Okay. So Toby says there's a big difference in using evidence to support a theory versus evidence modified to fit the theory. So what he's saying is, if I were to read it, if I were trying to prove, and I'm going to not do this to be snarky, I'm just going to do it. If I were to try to prove where the Holy Grail is, right?
I'll cut you.
And my evidence for that is it's in a place where Solomon's temple was recreated underground. So 9 levels. 9 levels to Solomon's temple. The 9th level being, of course, where the loot is, if you will. I'm going on basic terms, Indy. Don't fucking shake your head at me. You know I'm going off of basic facts that everybody knows. 9 levels of the Temple of Solomon. Evidence modified. So if I have another place on the planet where I see something that has 9 levels to it, I'm modifying it by saying, listen, if this has 9 levels and that has 9 levels, well, then they must be connected. And then I go, well, this new temple I found has marble stone, and the original temples insinuates marble stone, but we're not quite sure, so we're going to say marble stone. That's what kind of the thing Toby's talking about. He's absolutely right. Just for the record, I'm not saying that you do it. I'm just saying he's absolutely right what he's saying. And then
Ben, I know
Toby's
how to differentiate something that is evidence that supports a theory versus what is backed up by evidence.
sometimes you go a little astray, is all I'm going to say.
No,
Toby,
I don't. I still have historical documentation.
You go astray like I go astray, is all I'm saying. Toby then backs it up with example, 9 Mile Hole. He's saying,
Example. Toby hasn't watched or even seen.
Andy, he's making your point, though. Listen, he's saying 9 Mile Hole is something where people are modifying evidence to fit the theory. So he's saying people are forcing 9 Mile Hole as a round peg into a square hole. How deep is a hole if it's square? That's what he's saying.
But I'm trying to say that Toby hasn't taken the time and effort like you, myself, and Packer Jack and a few others have done over the years based off of this theory and evidence and seen what we found and how it's actually backed up by facts, not like I don't even an assumption. It's not. Packer Jack has it. Packer Jack runs a company that literally decodes things. I found the person who is linked to the build of forestfenntreasure.com, in fact, knows Jack Stoof. I showed that to you, 2 weeks ago?
Can I get back to this? I've already talked about it. Let me just finish this off, okay? So he goes, hey, sure, I'll take them. Has a blah, blah. So if his Reddit post doesn't contribute, I'm already, fuck. Anyway, yeah, for sure, I get you. No biggie, blah, 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 blah. And I'm talking about something else. And this is as far as I'll go. Shit. This is as far as I'll go down right now. And then I'll scroll.
I mean, I already said you should send the link to Toby, but
that was the wrong one. Hold on. Hey, if you want to send a link to Toby, Toby can come on right now. I'm gonna
just put it in chat.
Well, can someone else? I'll send it to Toby. Hold on. If Toby wants to join, absolutely.
I'm just saying. There's so much that just doesn't add up in this damn community anymore. And every single time, all roads lead to Cynthia. Every single one of them.
We're in a new phase of this chase. Yeah. We're starting to connect the dots of words left by those who were basically in charge. And I actually don't. Toby says, no thanks. I've got a newsletter to get out. So I sent him the link. Toby just ignored it, obviously. I actually think what's going on here is we have a couple of people on script and we have someone who might not be. And the person who might not be is the person who's saying, hey guys, I don't think it's 9 Mile Hole. And he, in a weird way, even earlier back into the chase, almost gets ostracized. Do you not recall the sentiment from the community of Forrest Fenn almost disavows Toby?
This is why I stick with Grail research. It's less complicated.
And here's Toby going, it might not be 9 Mile Hole. And I agree with him. There's a simple, basic premise to this 9 Mile Hole call that is all based upon. And that's Jack Stoof and Forrest Fenn together with Jack's attorney, not Forrest's attorney. Think about this. Carl has been left out of this call. So we have Forrest, Jack, and Jack's attorney. They call Yellowstone. They call Chief Ranger Sarah Davis, who either has her number 2 on the call or either shows up with her to the location. The point is, they call them. And everybody just goes, yep, That means it's in Yellowstone. Game over. It's in Yellowstone. Again,
Can I
remember,
make
this is
a point?
the Yellowstone solved. Hold on. It's in Yellowstone because of this fucking call, Candy. Except there's one very basic reason to call someone of authority if you're trying not to get in trouble. And here's that basic premise. You don't call to confess a crime. You call to say you didn't commit the crime. Yellowstone was the most vocal. The one national park that actually prosecuted Fenn searchers. A man got lost in Yellowstone and a helicopter had to pick him up. And once they asked him what he was doing there, and he said, I'm a Forrest Fenn treasure hunter, the bill got slapped on him.
Can I make one point real fast before I have to go to bed?
Yeah.
There's one valid point that I need to put out here that I don't think anyone, including you, Ben, I don't think you've even considered it just yet. Remember, once upon a time, AGK got hacked. Do you remember that point in time when AGK got hacked?
When we have this whole, like, the chase is over, thanks, Forrest, F, right?
So one thing that I paid attention to and noticed that others did not was Christy was already well aware something like that was going to happen that night. And I'll have to go back to my screenshots to find it, but I do have the evidence to prove that, or else I would not be saying it. Secondly, the IP address in which it links back to the hacking links back to the information Lucky Digger found pertaining to forrestfenntreasure.com. Think about that one. So what exactly were these so-called hackers or Forrest Fenn Treasure people trying to cover up? Because clearly something was taken out from AGK, in my opinion. Why else would they take it over? I'm just saying, it's around the same timeline. All the weirdness, like, I think it was, I don't remember who it was, but some smart cookie in the community noticed that there was a few videos missing from AGK after the hack. Let that marinate.
Here's my question, and let me go back to where my brain was, because I don't know where my brain was. Where was I before that? Because you raised salient points. I like it, but where was I?
Something about Yellowstone?
If I want to make sure my finder, my family, and myself don't want to get in trouble, I'm going to call the first place that has been causing me the most trouble, and that's Yellowstone National Park. They're the ones who have public statements saying that my hunt is a detriment to safety, that my hunt is causing problems. They're the first people I would call to say, hey, guess what? My treasure's been found, finally. Wasn't in your park. You don't have to prosecute. You don't have to get us in trouble. In fact, I'm willing to show you the proof, and only you, if you're willing to agree to make an arrangement to never reveal where, but I'm willing to show you where, because there's nothing to do with your jurisdiction. You have no right to hear it, but I want to tell you guys, I didn't put it in your park. There might be stuff that comes out later that says I did put it in your park. There might be stuff that says, without a doubt, I put it in your park. I'm saying I want to give you the actual location. And you just got to keep quiet. But we didn't put it in your park, and there's no reason to be mad at us. Boom. He gives it to them. Sarah Davis believes him on the call. Sarah Davis goes, you know what? This dude was telling me the truth. I believe it.
But why
which
did Sarah
means
Davis have a private Zoom meeting with Forrest and Jack allegedly, but
oh,
not
no,
have
I'm
any
going
written
off that
record?
private Zoom meeting. I'm saying after that private Zoom meeting, Sarah Davis goes, you know what? I believe him. It wasn't in Yellowstone. He came out he called us to let us know it wasn't. He gave us the actual location. I believe it. I don't need to go out of my way to go see this actual location. He gave us proof in this Zoom meeting, but I'll go check it out. And I'm going to bring somebody as a witness who I trust. So who do I bring? My number 2. And 2 weeks later, they go to the spot. Her park, anywhere around her and her park is within 4.5 hours. It takes her 2 weeks to go to the spot that she has prosecuted people for after the fact in 2021.
You're also forgetting that Shadowcaster was the first person before Jack was outed as the finder to bring up Sarah Davis.
I get you. I'm focusing though. Sarah Davis has prosecuted Forrest Fenn searchers, but I'm led to believe that Jack Stoof and Forrest, the hider, the one who caused all the problems, they're fine. They're off scot-free. Guys, something is going on. I notified all of you instantaneously when I heard from K-Pro behind the scenes, when I realized the fix was in. And that's where we're at. Like, we don't know shit. None of this means it's not in the park. It still easily could be. My solve is Mount Haines, for Christ's sake. Half a mile from 9 Mile Hole. This doesn't add up. And I'm not going anywhere. I want final thoughts. I'm ready to end this.
My final thought is sus on sus on sus.
Sus on sus on sus is what you're saying.
I'm
Fair
not going
enough.
anywhere either.
Good. I'm glad you're not. Something else is happening here. Candy, you've been saying a lot about the specificities of Cynthia and K-Pro's precise maneuvering behind the scenes on what Forrest wants and who should be on YouTube and who should be saying what and the messaging. Cynthia has basically admitted she was his marketing manager. She set up his interviews. This is all adding up. The same person setting up all the Fenn's interviews, the same person who is setting up all of his marketing, the same person who puts out, oh, it's not brown trout. Oh, it is. Oh, now it's Mr. Brown. Oh, now where Warm Water's hauled is off the fire hole. Oh, by the way, I was told by Forrest on his birthday that it was 9 Mile Hole, and he took a string from Fenn Rock, and he went 150 feet, blah, 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 blah. Oh, by the way, the finder sent a Christmas card. Oh, by the way, I forgot all that and didn't realize what Fenn Rock was and pushed GPS. We are being lied to. It's that simple. Sorry, Galaxy, what'd you say?
Not to mention that interview, 2019 November interview that got sat on for how long, and Cynthia, K-Pro, all of them had access to it. What if that was used in conjunction with everything else to find it, and we're just...
Well, Barbarisi was originally linked to, oh my God, what was it? Jigsaw Productions. That's a fact, by the way. And so was Christy, and so was a few other people.
Yep.
Keep that in mind.
And I talked to those people as they were in negotiations with Jigsaw, and I let them know what Jigsaw was actually doing. I understood it because I've been in the fucking business and I have family and friends in the business. Jigsaw was selling Netflix that they had fucking exclusive contracts, and then told the people that they were talking to, you have to sign exclusive with us. Meanwhile,
Wait, that
maneuvering
was
both wheels
also
at
with
once.
the other company too for Netflix. Jigsaw Productions isn't the same as Jared.
You mean with
Jed.
Vox?
Yeah, Vox is Jared. Jed is
They
Jigsaw.
both did the same thing. That's why they. Actually, you know what? Let me rephrase. My commentary is more on Vox. You're right, Jared and Vox, not Jigsaw. You're absolutely right. But it doesn't matter. And you know what? I'm not so sold on Yens right now either. So I don't know what's going on. I need to get to the bottom of it. I need to reset. I need to not get lost in the whole documentary concept, because it's kind of fucked with my research. I'm starting to question everyone, and that includes everyone, motherfucker.
Me?
No, the motherfucker knows who he is.
You're Grail lore. You're harmless.
I'm gonna end the stream here, guys. We're at almost 4 hours. Thank you everybody for being with me, and Candy and Galaxy for bringing us some great information. Everybody, Ghost Dancer, even you, Larry Sandell, even you, play the DB Cooper comment. You know what? Actually, before we go, can we get a timestamp on that, Larry? I would love to play the DB Cooper comment. That's actually pertinent. Let's
It's
do
3
that.
hours 13 minutes on my Dale Neitzel video.
Okay, 3 hours 13 minutes. All right. Whoa, what is it? OTAC now.
Of truth and knowledge.
All right. I should just say the Dale Exchange.
The Dale Neitzel exchange.
I don't even have to type in Neitzel, I bet. Yep, I thought so. All right.
3 hours,
All right,
13 minutes.
3 hours and 13?
I can restart, but my entire computer froze up.
Share my keyword, but I know Indy's because she's been very vocal about hers, and we've had a discussion about it. But no, I'm going to pass on that one.
Keyword is brown. It's the only capitalized word.
I'll get mine. I think it's secrets. I think this entire thing is about there's a bigger story. Forrest has confirmed on not only our interview, I think in many different areas, that there is a bigger story to tell here. I believe after this treasure chest has been found, you will know him like a DB Cooper or a not quite a
guys, maybe even me, we're all getting played. This is a fucking sham. This whole fucking ending is a fucking sham.
This went on my own channel, and I did not pay attention because at that time I did not give a F about DB Cooper or know about anything Alan Kelly was researching. That's how easy stuff goes over your head.
I don't even know what to do. We're gonna end the stream here. I need to reassess some shit. So I'm gonna do the Independence Day speech. I'm gonna mute Indy and Galaxy. They guys just sign off because the whole thing's gonna. It's all good.
Thanks for having me. Have a good night, you guys.
Peace out to both of you guys. It's awesome. My fucking goodness.
I can't leave.
My fucking goodness. Good night, both of you guys. Here we go. Just we need to get back to basics, and I'm gonna be here for that. I'm not stopping. In fact, I'm only gonna fucking increase this shit. I'm a fighter pilot.
Yeah, they are. They look a little nervous.
I need all flight crews to report to their designated areas immediately.
Thank you. Sir. Good morning. Good morning. In less than an hour, aircraft from here will join others from around the world. And you will be launching the largest aerial battle in the history of mankind.
We're going to war with the whole fucking system.
Mankind, that word should have new meaning for all of us today. We can't be consumed by our petty differences anymore.
we will be united in our common interest. Perhaps it's fate that today is the 4th of July.
A week ago.
And you will once again be fighting for our freedom. Not from tyranny, oppression, or persecution, but from annihilation. We're fighting for our right to live, to exist. And should we win the day, the 4th of July will no longer be known as an American holiday, but as the day when the world declared in one voice, we will not go quietly into the night. We will not vanish without a fight. We're going to live on. We're going to survive. Today, we celebrate our Independence Day.
Good night, guys.